Okay. Another afternoon, September 8th. We're here. The summer's over now. To my left, I got the beautiful newest member of our family, Deanna. She's here. And of course, we had to breed of their own. Just in case, I'm in my brother's chair this week, and she's in mine. He's off taking pictures at an event, so Najee can't be here. But of course, I'm still here to handsome one. That's all you need. Today's topic, before we really, I'm just going to tell you the topic before we get into talking about Deanna and let her, really get to introduce herself for y'all to know her. The topic today is domestic violence. So, I know there was a lot of conversations about it off air, and we're going to get into that a little later. But right now, while I actually I'm going to use this chance, to eat breakfast while Deanna talks, and kind of introduce herself. So, Deanna, please tell the people about you.
Well, hello, world. Internet world. I'm Deanna Ty. Most of you will come to know me as the newest member here at 15 Minutes of Fame Entertainment. Be looking out for Hot Spots with D. It's going to be a really good show, on location show. We're going to be going to food spots. We're going to go to boutiques. We're going to be interviewing up-and-coming designers, entrepreneurs, writers, directors, anybody with any kind of talent, anything they want to showcase and show off. If it's exclusive, we'll have it for you. And then when we don't go out, we'll be inside having some really hot discussions, a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff that you don't want to miss. So tune in, look out for me.
Quick question. So how can they get in touch with you?
Oh, in touch with me. Well, Facebook / Deanna Anthony, DeannaAnthony. Twitter, Deanna Tamira, Deanna.
She don't use her Twitter. Don't do it.
Mirra. I don't like Twitter like that. I really don't. More Facebook.
They need an email. They need an email address.
Instagram.
Oh, you use that?
Deanna Ty, Deannaty. Instagram.
I don't use Instagram.
I love pictures.
I don't use Instagram.
I love pictures.
So do you have an email address for them to send you stuff?
Capture the moment. Yeah, definitely. Deanna Anthony 6 at yahoo.com. And you can also send it to 15 MOFE radio
at gmail.com.
At gmail.com.
Put the subject.
We're gonna have
a certain subject for them. In the subject line, what you want to put it for, like your show or.
You can just put D. Attention to D. I'll get it. Don't worry about it. We're setting up the email and everything for the show Hot Spots with D. So as the days go on, days pass, you'll hear more about that. So just be looking out for Hot Spots with D, and yeah, I'll be looking out for you. Yeah, you don't like that?
No.
What's wrong with that?
It takes 2 minutes to make a Gmail.
See how he sits here?
No, I'm just saying you could have made a Gmail.
Just
I'm just saying.
eating
what?
In your face.
Listen, they know.
In my face.
Every week, we usually eat a little later on, But I came even hungrier today, so I'm like, I got to eat before it really gets crazy in here. Before they start wanting to call and all the guys want to talk to you because they think you look cute on the screen and everything.
Yeah, call me. We're gonna be talking.
Yes, if you want to call and talk to her, it's 201-467-4673. You can talk to Deanna. I don't mind. Ladies, gents. Hey, she's open to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Like I said, the topic is domestic violence. So please, Dee, share your views on that, please.
Domestic violence. This is real touchy. This is a real touchy subject, and I know a lot of females, a lot of males especially, probably really don't want to talk about it, but it's very real, like extremely real, and I think it's a topic that's swept under the rug, and it's being, it's it needs to be talked about. Express your feelings about it. We're gonna get into it. Let us know how you feel about it. We'll let you know how we feel, and we'll take it from there.
So you're not gonna provide your personal views on it?
My personal views? Well, I've never been a victim, thank God. Never been a victim of domestic violence, because if I had been, I probably wouldn't be sitting here.
You've been in jail?
Definitely. Mm-hmm. Definitely fighting for self-defense, because, we don't have that.
I'm about to say there's no self-defense in Jersey. Yeah. I don't want any trouble.
People getting shot, dime a dozen, 5 people probably out there laid out right now, but, we can't get no self-defense laws in New Jersey. It's sad. My personal views, I just don't believe anyone should be, subject to being beat on or by man, woman, it does not matter, child, especially.
But she loves me if she hits me. That means she loves me.
Look, anybody in the sound of my voice and the view of this show right now, that's not love. It's not in no way, shape, or form. It's more control than anything. I promise you that.
So that means she doesn't love me.
No, she don't love you at all.
If she hits me.
At all. And most of the time, these people who are doing this, they're very insecure. So they're trying to keep you. They're trying to keep you as insecure as possible. So they make you believe that, you know, you can't get anybody else, or you're not worth it. Nobody's gonna want you. Don't believe that. You gotta really, really dig deep down into yourself and pull out that power and that strength. Seriously. You have to, because a man or a woman or anybody who's for that kind of thing, they will keep you down if they can, all the way down.
You're ugly. Nobody wants you but me. You'll never get someone else better than me.
And I'm sure they're not attractive at all.
If you try,
Same.
It's going to be on. That's what we're going. That's how it's going to go. I just want to know,
You know, I don't know. I don't have the mindset to deal with that. So if anybody's out there dealing with this seriously, you want to talk, you know, maybe we can get you some hotline, some help. Yeah, we're here.
I know a couple people, you know, we can make a couple phone calls and, you know, it'll be anonymous. You want to hit behind the scenes, you know, it'll be anonymous. But, hey, you don't got to say your name. Call in.
Yeah, you don't.
You want to call from.
Definitely.
You know, if you want to say your name is D, hey, your name is D for now. It's okay.
Yeah, you could be me.
Please be D.
We just want to reach out and give help to those who need it and those who are especially seeking help, because this is life or death we're dealing with. It's not a game. So, we're here.
Yeah.
Are we going to go to... Oh, we're not?
No, please, no. We keep rolling around here like it's nothing.
Oh, no?
we go through commercials and everything. It's nothing over here. Like, we thug our way through. I don't know if you noticed or not. Like
we thugging.
It's the only thing that goes on the weekends is us. That's all we got. So, we get the whole place to just do what we do.
That's it.
You know. So we've only seen each other what, twice?
Maybe 3.
Yeah, 3 times now because of the haircut event. Please talk
We're
about.
acquainted.
For all of you that don't know, you know, I did my 3rd annual free haircut, you know, back to school haircut event that was on September 4th and 5th. And Dee came through and helped. She came through and helped out. She, you know, did the signing. She even donated some stuff. So, Dee, please talk about the event, please.
The event was very, very positive, very great. But what it was they were offering free school supplies and book bags to the kiddies. You know, they're going back to school,
and haircuts, season.
Yeah. And haircuts, big deal. And they were like good haircuts. They weren't like, you know, your cousin who just got his, you know, license. You know how people like to practice on you? No, it wasn't like nothing
good
like
haircuts.
that. This was the real deal, definitely. It was a good event. A lot of people came out. The kids got their little free haircuts, got their backpacks, you know. It was a good deal. A lot of positivity going on when there's so much negativity, you know, in and around our towns. Newark and Jersey City.
Yeah.
It goes down. Definitely goes down. So it's good to get out and, you know, spread a little positivity to people. Let people know that it's a lot of positive people out there that still care. And, you know, a lot of people are struggling.
MBE cares.
With the economy, Deanna cares too. We care. I care. So it's good to get out there and just let people know there's people around that's here to help, and you know, that's a good thing.
That's something we actually branded.
So big ups to you guys.
MBE cares.
For that big thing.
Yeah, MBE cares. That's what we call it. It's actually branded. It actually has its own little section on my website. MBE cares for the little community event stuff that we do. Go check out MBE cares.
What if I wanted to get involved with that? How could we
make something happen?
Rebrand that saying?
What, MBE cares?
Yes.
I don't know. You should do your own thing. We're not going to change MBE cares. You know, we've been trying to make it a trending topic and everything. MBE cares. I'm just saying, we've been doing this for years, so you know, MBE cares. We don't just do the haircuts. Okay. We did the basketball tournaments.
I don't need my own saying.
You can do it. You know, D.
Yep.
What you gonna call it? What would you call it though? Like D cares.
D cares.
D love the kids.
No, I don't.
You don't love the kids? No?
I love the kids, but from a distance.
Oh, all right. As long as you give them back.
Definitely.
Okay. I mean, you know, we need to know. We need to know.
Yeah, definitely.
But D loves the kids as long as she can give them back.
Definitely. Until I have my own, then I can't really give her or him to anybody. But for now, yeah, as long as I can give them back, I love them.
because I'm getting hated on for eating right now. I'm gonna put my food away.
You finished
already. I didn't done yet, but people texting me saying you're eating right now. Yes, I am. Y'all know how it is, Rick. Don't get brand new. I'm a survivor, all right. Don't judge me.
A survivor of what exactly?
You don't know where I came from. You don't know
my
life. You don't know my life.
To know.
You don't know. People know about me already. We know about you.
Well, let me know where you came from.
You're from Jersey City? Are you originally?
I'm from Jersey City, born and raised from Jersey City.
What part? I mean, you got named different areas. Well, I know my way around it, but I don't know. The Hill, okay.
Stegman Street, one of the worst blocks in Jersey City, and I mean it was bad. Like, go look out the window, you can see a shootout, like in the
broad daylight,
in the window eating popcorn, like that action
movie.
Definitely.
Okay.
From Stegman. From there, I went on to high school, Lincoln High School. Okay. That's where I'm from.
I only know about maybe
home of the Lions. Don't worry about it.
I only know about, what is it, Lincoln? Is it Snyder?
Snyder's the rival.
Okay, I mean, I don't know all the schools' names over here.
Went to Lincoln, and then from
Marist
there,
is somewhere over here too, right?
Marist is in Bayonne.
Okay,
Marist is like the public Catholic school. Yeah,
I played in the tournament in Marist before, so that's the only reason I know.
And from high school, I went on to Virginia State University.
I went there too. Transferred there a little bit. Yeah,
really?
Yeah. I was down in a couple of years. Hey.
Come on. Okay, I was the only I was at V State from 2005 to 2009.
Matter of fact, I was down there it was a little before that.
Mass
and I actually lived there for about 2 years.
Really? Virginia? Well, Petersburg is definitely not.
The burg.
It's definitely the burg. Definitely not where it's at. The only thing popping in Petersburg, Virginia, is Virginia State University.
Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, coming from city life, I can appreciate that life.
Me?
I can appreciate it.
When I lived in Petersburg and I lived in Richmond for a bit, so of course, different. Petersburg is actually historic. Petersburg, if you go to the certain parts, it looks like you're going back in time. Like if you go step off the campus a few, maybe yards.
Be an Ettrick.
Yeah, you'll be right into it's real. But it's like Petersburg and Richmond. Like when I was in Richmond, I lived in the South Side, the hood. I live in but to me it was almost like, compared to where I'm coming from, it was like the suburbs. Like it was a less evolved Newark. Like the things they were going through at that time and certain things that they were doing, stuff we did like 10, 20 years ago.
You know what the thing is about the South? They just real laid back. Even in crime, like up here, it's just boom, boom, bang in your face. Everything's in your face. Whatever, everything's moving so fast. Whereas to down south, it's more slow. They just they chilling.
Not everywhere down south. At least
most places.
When I visited Virginia beforehand, when I went down Virginia State, shout out to most one at my family, my uncle and all of them down there. I don't know if they're still on campus, but I know they're still doing the bus ride and stuff back and forth from down there to up here for the students on the vacations and all of that. When we went down there to visit, just like if you sit on the porch and cars driving by, people would beep and wave and say hi.
Yeah, they do.
That was weird. That was weird to us. Like, hold on, you ask my uncle, like, you know these people? You know these driving by? He's like, oh no, this is how they are down here.
It took a while just to get used to that because from up here we looking like, do I know you? Making that face like, who is that? Thinking people like crazy, perverted, all types of stuff. That's what you gotta think. Can't be walking up to no cars, but they are genuinely. They just have a different way of life. They speak. They're very mannerable. For
the most part.
Well, yeah, for the most part. You don't see people just walking up to you up here saying good morning, stuff like that. That just don't happen.
They didn't walk up to me either.
They did.
Drove by. You're a female, so it's a little different,
Yeah.
Mannerable. Oh, but no. Church's Chicken. That was the first time I had Church's Chicken was down there. Church's Chicken, man. I'm gonna tell you, we went to the Church's Chicken one night, drive through. Me and my brother. We're going through the drive-through because we found out we started navigating and found out a little ways around. Look at Oski B, man. My man Oski B is here. Shout out to OG. He came in. Our first time around, and we were trying to figure out our way all around Petersburg. We went to Church's Chicken, and there was this woman there. I swear she had to be maybe about 40. She had to be like 40-something years old.
Down in Petersburg.
Yeah. Down in VA. Yeah, we went. So the lady, she's telling us about all her daughters and her kids. She whipping out wallets, showing us pictures, and then after all of that, like she's waiting to give us our food. We just listening to her. She was like, but, forget the daughter. I'm trying to put the mother on. What's up? We was like, whoa. Like, what's going on? What's really happening down here in VA? Like, it's just a lot of... Well, Virginia is a state, say it's for lovers. So,
Virginia is for
man,
lovers. That's what they say.
That was definitely an experience. We down there. It was a lot of love down the VA. It was a lot of love down there. I enjoyed my time down there.
You said a lot of love. Like, you just...
It was a lot of love down there. Like, you told me to go back. You told me to go back. Like, it was a lot of love down there. Like, even when I visited before I went there, when I used to visit parties and everything, it was a lot of love down there, because all it takes is, you're not from around there, and they hear that accent, the up north accent.
Oh, they love it. Let me tell you something. They love us down south. They love us. I mean, a lot of people hate us coming from up north, but they love it. They love the fact that you're something different, something new.
Talk different.
For instance, you talk different, like...
We dress different.
Definitely dress different. When I got down there, actually, I was kind of intrigued a little bit by the guys, because the manners, like it's like.
Were they from VA or were they from somewhere else?
They were from Virginia and from like Georgia, like Atlanta, all North Carolina. It's just the way they speak. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all the same thing, ladies. Don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled.
It's
all the same. It's all
but I mean, it was a little refreshing, not to, yo ma, you know what I'm saying, like all that. It was a little refreshing just to, hi, I'm such and such, nice to meet you. You're really beautiful. They on all of that. That's the southern charm. So don't be fooled by it.
Well, I had different experiences. I had different experiences. They had parents
be flattered,
giving up their kids. Like, we down there for like, visiting during orientation time, and we're all hanging out on campus.
Up for marriage,
the parents, I'm down there just, mind our business. We're just chilling, just for the whole experience. And you got the parents, and they're from anywhere. They got Connecticut. You got all the other ones, and they're down there doing that, which I don't understand. Why would you have orientation during the week? About Tuesday, Wednesday. Most of the schools doing like Friday, Saturday. But you got parents, this and that, blah, blah, and you going to take care of my daughter while she's here? Huh?
Take care of myself.
Well, you gonna be taking care of your daughter. You want me to we gonna be together? Like, and this but I've learned, which I didn't believe, because before I transferred down there, years before I've been transferred down there when I was at Delaware State, it's like different, because my family, my uncle used to tell us, you gotta watch it. Like, if you talking to DC young ladies and things of that nature, the DC guys don't like us up north people. They don't like the Jersey dudes or New York dudes.
DC
and they'll tell their ladies, nah, don't you can't mess with them. Don't talk to them. What's gonna happen during the summer vacations when they go home? They gonna mess with other people. Stick with your own. Like, just stick with your own. Stick with your own DC metro area. So I didn't believe it, because I'm like, what? I'm like, I met some DC ladies and everything down there, and then being at Delaware State, we were all cool. DC, Maryland, and all that, it didn't matter. But then I had to give it a couple of months after meeting, say, the young ladies in DC and all that, and then come in and go into Delaware State. Then if I go back down there and visit, it was like they were totally different people. Like, talking like, you were just the same young lady who your mother was giving. You were just, trying to wed me off. And it was all about me.
Wet you off?
Yeah, wed me off. Just try to get me betrothed. Yeah.
What is wet you off?
They're trying to just, get me betrothed. Like, you guys need to be together and get married. But now, a couple of months down the line, you got some of these guys from DC that's going to just, get in your head. And all of a sudden, you can't even be friends.
Stupid. Yeah, they really stick together in DC, though. DC's like an island. They do their own thing. They got their own fashion thing going on.
The headbands, the socks, the
dreads,
the Jordans,
the
everything.
ACGs.
They wear ACGs now?
The ACGs.
Sheesh.
And the New Balances. If you're from DC, please, look, because I need you to confirm.
It wasn't there when I was down there, so they wasn't doing that when I was down there.
Look, the ACGs, the New Balances, the dreads, the North Face. What is those jackets? I got them all down. I'm telling you.
It was different. They weren't doing that when I was down there. You had the thick socks. They're usually black, or the little, like cartoon characters. They had the black headbands, like the tie-up ones, like Harley Davidson or something like that. They wore a lot of like Harley Davidson stuff.
You know what, DC? They really not like, people like to match. Like me, I like to match. I'm into like, now we're doing the color blocking thing. That's different. But they're into like different kind of prints, like. Girls wear like polka dots and like floral.
I didn't see
and
like
that
plaid,
all together, and for some reason they look at that and it's a go. I promise you, they do their own thing. Shout out to DC. Move to the beat of their own drum. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. But that was the great experience of going to school out of state and going to a historically black college. You got to see the different cultures. You got to see, okay, you can know after a while, this person's from Maryland, that person's from D.C. These people got to be from Jersey or New York.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, by the way we dress and the way we talk. So easily you can look from across the yard and say, oh, they from D.C.
Jersey.
And they're usually all together. You got
that.
Jersey and New York. And then I know in VA you had Jersey, New York, and Philly.
Yeah.
And when I was at Delaware State, it was basically Jersey, New York. Philly, they was like their own little world.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you may have occasionally issues, but most was cool for the most part. Connecticut wasn't that many people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a few New Haveners down there.
Yeah, I didn't meet too many people from Connecticut. I met, you know, a few, but not too many. Maybe like Bridgeport, something like that, yeah.
We had like everybody on there. Boston, we had New Hampshire, we had people from Germany.
Oh,
Cali. We had Cali. I met a few people from Cali.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
School.
You got people down there from Ohio and everything.
Yeah.
Like
Seattle.
Yeah, they travel. Oh, yeah, in Colorado, too. I remember some people from Colorado, too.
Yeah, they get to these schools.
I'm like that. I'm just thinking of the travel. Like, sheesh. And their families must be well off.
You know what? That's another thing. Well off people in college make you feel like, you know, people just could call home and ask daddy for money. You get what I'm saying?
They stay the freshest on campus. Like, how are you able to, you know, we out here just regular white t-shirts.
They ain't out here trying to function.
They out here, every day's a fashion show. Like, how are these girls got the hottest gear on?
Yeah, at
Mommy
college.
and daddy got bread.
It was days I had to figure out if I was going to eat.
Oh, no, I had that problem.
Well, if I had to look, it was a struggle, okay?
Yeah, it wasn't that much of a struggle. It was meal plans.
No, I mean, this was after the meal plan. After, like, needed to move off campus so tuition can be lower. Yeah, all of that. So, you know, shout out to
you gotta be
struggle.
Friends. You gotta have good people. You gotta, especially in VA, it's easy to make friends to make it happen.
Let me tell you, the college years were, like, great years for me, but I did have like a little struggle, definitely a struggle. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to come home. Food.
That's why you want to go there. It was too far.
No, it was. I was grateful for going though. I wanted to go. I cried to go. Kicked and screamed to go down there. So, I mean, you know, things happen. You got to go through it just to be grateful for, you know, the better times. I graduated.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Don't like the loans, but thank you for the degree. Hate loans.
Who loves
Mama,
them?
please do something about
some of the loans.
Please, loan forgiveness all around.
Yeah, hey Lex.
Can't afford it.
Hey Lex, you over there, bro? You sleep over there? I mean, we all loaded up. We good? Lex, you having your breakfast break too? Look at you, brunch break. Yeah. Lex, I mean, we good? We loaded up. We can go into Big Cat. We're gonna take a quick minute. We're gonna get into some music. Got my man Big Cap, and then we go to some Courtney Danger. They all out of Trenton. Shout out to my people down in Trenton. They show us a lot of love down there in Trenton.
Definitely.
That's Trenton, New Jersey, for those that don't know. No, I'll go with the first two. We can go with the first two. Yeah.
Gucci, I see you. Okay. She calling my phone, I'm switching time zones. You call her wife, to me she just a side job. I'm smoking loud, it got my mind gone. I'm about my paper, dog, I'm in my grind zone. Never gave a middle finger, what you say you getting? If it ain't about money, I can't even pay attention. Getting paid, I listen, if not get out my face. Bro, I'm busy chasing money, you can go ahead and chase close. When I'm on my grind, I never change clothes. Riding round getting it, this fit is 3 days old. Quick, I'm about my pesos, that loud got my face slow. You call it grinding, to me it's just the same old. You get some cut and go insane, no. All I care is if I fat and she could braid, yo. Hail, sleet, or rain, no. This mail come a million ways. I'm a go-getter, I could do this for a million days. I mean, she feeling me. Why you catching feelings? Say I'm on my 1-2 until the day I'm really paid. How you broken chasing? Got me still amazed. How you broken chasing? Got me still amazed. She calling my phone, I'm switching time zones. You call her wife, to me she just a side job. I'm smoking loud, it got my mind gone. I'm about my paper, dog, I'm in my grind zone. She calling my phone, I'm switching time zones. You call her wife, to me she just a side job. I'm smoking loud, it got my mind gone. I'm about my paper, dog, I'm in my grind zone. Quit with all the tough talk, cause you I send the word out, get you ixnayed, whether this day or the next day. I'm calling audible, don't get played. I see you mad cause your shorty standing next to me, but best believe I hit you with the tech like a referee. She gon' keep blessing me and I ain't even mad. She said she going in and she ain't even in a bag. I tell her do a thing, bless the mic like she sing. The way she give me crown got me feeling like a king. All this hard work guaranteed to pay off. See me going hard with no days off. I'm in the paint, this the playoffs. Money got that money, what you say y'all? Dash about that action, he gon' play hard. Say my name, I tell two, she let that K off. She calling my phone, I'm switching time zones. You call her wife, to me she just a side job. I'm smoking loud, it got my mind gone. I'm about my paper, dog, I'm in my grind zone. She calling my phone, I'm switching time zones. You call her wife, to me she just a side job. I'm smoking loud, it got my mind gone. I'm about my paper, dog, I'm in my grind zone. She calling my phone, I'm switching time zones. You call her wife, to me she just a side job. I'm smoking loud, it got my mind gone. I'm about my paper, dog, I'm in my grind zone. She calling my phone, I'm switching time zones. You call her wife, to me she just a side job.
Hey girl, man, I'm sitting here and I'm all confused. This has been such a long night and I can't get them off my mind. I don't know what to do. So
Hey, Slayer.
cups of that Alizé, dudes hitting up my phone. Wish I was coming to meet you, but I'm going home alone. The man that I would try got hurt cause he's a good guy. But I've been sipping so much, I'm gonna hit him up and say, fuck that girlfriend that hurt you so bad. I know you still think of all the times you had. I say I'm that girl that's gonna hold you down. You indulge in danger, you gon' stick around. Oh, I'm just saying that I'm better. I'm better than these other chicks. Tell me, have you heard that lately? I know nobody told you, but I'm just saying that I'm better. I'm better than these other chicks. You'll be happy if you start dating. So I couldn't take the suspense, so I got dressed and went to the club where I know he would be. And cups of that Cuervo, entourage up in here. I know these birds on you, hit you soon as I came through the door. Work till this morning, to you it's real important. After this is over, I'ma hit you up and say, fuck that girlfriend that hurt you so bad. I know you still think of all the times you had. I say I'm that girl that's gonna hold you down. You indulge in danger, you gon' stick around. I'm just saying that I'm better. I'm better than these other chicks. Tell me, have you heard that lately? I know they haven't, but I'm telling you, I'm just saying that been sitting talking about dudes that all went bad. I don't think it's nothing wrong with being a sponsor unless it's with someone you almost had. To me that's not good. You threw this party, I'm up in this party. Girls is up in here cause you threw this party. I am just calling cause I'm gon' be leaving. Hope that you say I can see you this evening. I want you right now, are you down to meet up with me? Too much liquor has been given to me. Got some dudes trying to kick it to me. Most of them are in this music game. A lot of them are rappers, no I won't say no names. Hate when they try cause they all sound the same. Wanna have sex with your mind and your brain. Not the girl that's impressed with your fame. Friday night mister, I'm not talking crazy boy. I'm glad that you picked up. Lucky that you stand strong. Cause these groupie chicks they stay on ya. Dang I'm saying I'm just saying that I'm better. Tell me, have you heard that lately? Have you heard that lately? I'm just saying that I'm better. Now make you'll be happy if you start dating. Fuck that girlfriend that hurt you so bad. I know you still think of all the times you had. I say I'm that girl that's gonna hold you down. You indulge in danger, you gon' stick around. Oh, I'm just saying that I'm better. I'm better than these other chicks. Tell me, have you heard that lately?
Welcome back to Breed Their Own. It's Eli the Handsome One, and I got my special guest co-host, Deanna's over here. You know, for those that don't know, my brother's off taking pictures at an event. You know, we still work 24/7. That's the great thing of having two of us. He could be somewhere, and I could be somewhere else, and still handling the business. So, the topic for today is domestic violence. Please, if you know somebody, if you've gone through it, let's talk about it. Call in. You don't got to say your name. You can use an alias. 201-467-4673. That means stop texting me. Don't hit me on Facebook about it.
Yeah.
Let's call and talk about it, man. Don't need to be shy. Don't need to be scared.
Yeah, even if you speaking off perspective of someone else or your own perspective of you witnessing domestic violence, if you were just out in the street and seen somebody just getting the brake speed off of them, and just call in. We want to know seriously because it happened.
I haven't heard that in a minute. The brake speed off.
Yeah, that mean they was getting it real bad.
I've seen it. I mean, my take on it is really basically, I don't really see no reason to. I mean, my father taught me if any woman bring you to the point that you want to hit her, you don't need to be with her. So I've took that life lesson and carried it.
Can you say that again?
If a woman bring you to the point where you want to hit her, you don't need to be with her. And I've took that and I've ran with it. So if a woman ever get me that angry when I think about hitting her, it's just time to go.
You should get T-shirts made with that slogan.
It's time
Seriously.
to go. I gotta just keep it moving. I don't want no problems. We can be friends from a distance.
Well, have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you wanted to
hit a woman?
Yes.
Yeah, and
you just
kept it moving. I'm not gonna sit there and fight no woman. I ain't gonna do none of that. I mean, I can make phone calls for that.
Why not? Why won't you fight her?
Please, that's not being. I mean, trust me, I understand. Some women do push you through that point. Some women even hit. But if you're attacking me, I'll just probably put you in some type of hole real quick.
In the oakie?
Yeah, I got it. Get up off me. Gotta just relax. I don't want to hit you. Relax. Don't make it get to another level. I can make some phone calls. You a woman. I got women for you. I can make some phone calls. I got family members. Gladly.
Anybody don't know what the yoke or the okie doke?
Yeah.
Chicken.
Everybody got a name for it. You put somebody in them holes, man. I got all different types. I'm a almost make sure you ain't gonna be able to breathe. To get you to calm down. Calm down. I ain't gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna look,
No.
relax, calm yourself, go on about your business, lady. Especially in all the stuff that we do with events and everything. Oh man, I've had the drunken ladies. I've had people, who barely even know me but act like we're best friends and get angry if I tell them no to something. Oh, I've been in those situations. Talk all type of reckless to me. I'm like, okay, I'll just walk away.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, fellas. I know it's hard. I know a lot of people got ego and pride issues that you just think you'll be a sucker or whatever. It's not worth it.
Stronger. You actually stronger walking away. Because in Jersey, I don't want no problem. No self-defense law. No self-defense law. Oh no, listen. If that means that somebody's trying to kill you. Let's say y'all getting a little tussle or something, and you happen to kill them. There's no self-defense law. So I try to stay away from all type of crazy situations.
It's sad in the states where the most violence and the most these things probably happen or occur frequently. There's no such laws that protect people against self-defense. Like it's much needed. I definitely understand that people will go like crazy with it and everything will be self-defense and there are a lot of investigations. But for those cases that really are, I've seen a lot. It's nothing. What can you do? You'll be behind bars.
For some.
So even for ladies, like I know,
you better do like Jennifer Lopez.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not going for it. I will not stand for it. I'm not having it. No way, no how. I haven't had the opportunity to have a father in my life, but still, my mother instilled a lot of morals and values in me and let me know.
Don't let them hit you, girl.
No, it wasn't even really that. I come from a big family, so I got like 5 uncles.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I got 6 aunts, and it just wasn't something that I grew up seeing or things like that. You know what I'm saying? I've seen situations of
that's the Spanish
domestic
side
violence.
The big family, the Spanish side.
But at the end of the day, you grow up and you become the person you want to be. So either you want to be a person who's getting beat up or getting beat and stuck in a hole and thinking, oh, well, I never had someone. You can use that as a crutch, but look, not over here.
He loves me. She loves me. It happens. I'm trying to tell you. I've seen it. The excuses that people make for why they got hit or why this happened to them, I've seen it, and it's just not, I haven't seen, let's say, I don't think I've ever seen a guy, because the guy's not going to admit it. If he's getting abused, they're not going to admit it. It just would make you seem like a punk. You're getting abused.
Guys do get abused,
but they probably get, guys probably get more verbally abused than physically, unless I guess depends on the size as well. If the woman is bigger, really bigger than the man, then that's something totally different. But you're getting verbally abused. You got to just do what you got to do. Like just walk away, my man. Walk away.
Yeah, I haven't been out in the street too much and seen like people really. Yeah, because I don't like stuff like that. So I feel the need, like I have to call the cops. Like that's me. It just touches my heart. I don't want to see nobody in no situation like that or anything. I know a lot of people seeing their parents get into it, or their mother, stepfather, or stepfather, whatever have you. I know some people who've seen that growing up when they were little, and when they got to a certain age,
start doing it. They do it to their partners.
Yeah, threaten the person like, yeah, I'll take you up out of here. You touch my mother again. Yeah. It happens like that.
Or you've seen those children grow up and they start doing it to their partners.
Yeah.
If a young man is seeing his father beating on his mother, thinking that's okay, they're gonna do it to their partners, and vice versa. If a woman,
I guess it's like something that's learned. But what I don't understand is that why, when you become of a certain age, you're responsible for your own choices, your own actions. So it's like, I know this is learned, but at the same time, it's like, how do you say, well, okay, I'm not going to follow in the footsteps of somebody who beats women or abuses women or vice versa, whatever have you. I think
it really depends on, like the person's mindset, because you got a lot of people, like say, coming in from the era I'm coming from, the crack era. You got a lot of family members, that was in that lifestyle, and they got a lot of kids that actually chose to say not even to do any drugs, because they've seen their family, go through that. Now, mind you, I don't drink or smoke or things of that nature, and I don't even take medication drugs if it's not, especially if they're addictive. Like certain painkillers, I don't. Nah, if I'm not really hurt, I don't.
You don't drink at all.
Nah, don't drink, don't smoke.
For headaches.
Nah. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do hookah, I don't do none of the things. I just sell a product. I don't really, test it.
Well,
I'm a thug. I don't, it's not really what I do. I put the product out there. I just, during my events, I just promote the alcohol and, if it's hookah, the hookah. Nah, I don't test it. I don't even buy it. I don't buy it for nobody.
Never drank, never been in
New Year's, like maybe when I was younger, years ago.
And not even now, New Year's, no. Really?
Nah. Champagne toast, it better be sparkling cider. That's what I'm having. That's it, sparkling. And it's a good and a bad thing because you got to be the designated driver. Imagine many a late night.
I had a natural high once.
And then what happened?
Did.
And what happened?
I was very college.
I'm about to say, then you went to B State and it changed.
College happened. You know what? Let me tell you something. I was never like, was a happy go lucky, like just real goofy type person or whatever. Then those struggles start, drinking. I'm not a big drinker though. Can't drink like that. That's dangerous.
And that your Latin family understands this? They allow that?
That I don't drink?
Yeah, I thought they're heavy in it,
Oh, heavy? My family, nah. We have a lot of family functions. We do some drinking, but
it goes hard, I'm sure.
Not like that. You see, when people don't drink or do anything, they don't understand.
Oh, I don't understand it.
You don't know.
I don't judge. I don't judge. I let people live and do what they do. I don't judge at all. I laugh. As long as you drink responsibly,
have a good time, enjoy yourself.
Don't go past your level. You know your levels. After a while, you know your levels, so don't go past where you need to be.
A lot of people don't. They black out.
That means that's that level. Like, you had I had 6 drinks that night.
You don't know until the
so
next
I'm not
day.
gonna. the next day, I know I'm not gonna drink 6 drinks. That's the level right there. You got to make sure you learn your level and act appropriately. That's all.
Back to the issue of
I just people want to text me.
They want to call
they're acting scared. They're acting shy. I don't know.
You don't even have to say it's you. Just say it's on behalf of somebody else. But we know it's going to be you're talking about yourself. It's fine. We're not going to say anything.
I was about to say that. I'm not going to put you out there. I'm not.
For real, seriously, because we can at least we'll be able to reach out and help or give you the resources that you need to
definitely
try and help yourself. That's all it's about. It's all love. It's no criticism, no judgment zone. Call up, and we'll chit-chat about that.
Shout out Erica from Bad Girls Club. She's texting me right now. It's fantastic. He was definitely cool. We had up here, was that July 14th? Yeah, I think we had it July 14th. Erica from Bad Girls Club, Season 8. We call each other E because, of course, the first letters in our names.
Yes.
She's asking me about some stuff. But, yeah, please call in. 201-467-4673. Before we get into our guest of the day, we're going to get to some more music if you're not going to call in. But I'll give you a couple of minutes and we'll just talk about that. I don't even know what age you start. Because remember as a kid you learn, when you like somebody you hit them.
Yeah,
hit them and run.
That's innocence. That's innocence, but at a certain age, it does get real. Where that play fighting becomes
when you get what is it, about 12, 13, or when puberty really just kicks in. Because even up until about 13, maybe all of elementary school, you might can get that same thing. But in high school, your mind starts to change. You're not going to hit and run because there's really no playground for you.
Yeah.
So it's just mostly you're in school the whole time.
I just would like to talk to somebody who's been through it because I want to know their mindset. Like, what do you think? Like, what is it that you're thinking, or what makes you feel like you shouldn't go or you should stay, or
nobody wants
love? Me. That's what I need to know.
Nobody else will want me. Nobody else will want me. I'm not pretty. I've seen and I've talked. Because even talking to some people I know that are going through these type of things, even if it's not all physical, if it's like verbal abuse. Mm-hmm. I can tell just from, I don't think I get somebody else. You're like, what? Are you serious? Have you seen yourself lately? Do you know all the stuff that you have to offer? Like, what?
Say a person tell you something a lot of times and you believe it, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You will start believing it.
Starts to sink in. Yeah, just like, the positive stuff. You're beautiful, you're smart, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
and you hear that, you hear that enough, you go, I can do it. I am.
Yeah, it's the truth. The same way goes.
I can make it work. It's just something that can actually happen. But if you say you're fat, you're ugly, nobody's going to want you continuously, and you get your Ike and Tino on.
The crazy thing, they have such a crazy defense mechanism. Those type of people. You wouldn't even be able, unless you just knew them or whatever. They have the ability to just wear like the same type of demeanor,
expression, and all
expression on their face to make you think there's nothing wrong. You know, like even when they're talking about things and you're just looking at them, trying to get some type of expression or some type of sign that they're dealing with, whatever, and they'll just
think about the ones that actually, you know, let's say went through it and made it out, and they still like so scarred, and they're so you have that serious brick wall, and you're not gonna let anybody get close. Just to have that effect on somebody, that shows that person still has power over you. You still feel that type of way you're going to treat. You're not going to let anybody close, or you're going to, you know, be uncaring. That's just the effect, and that happens. And it's really a sad case because, you know, you got other people that have to deal with it.
You have to, in situations like that, you have to know how to approach the situation, and you have to know how to pull back. Because if you don't, people, they don't want to be bothered with you. They will shut you all out completely from everything. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to befriend you. They don't want to feel like you're judging them. They don't want to feel like you're better than them, or, you know, what makes you so different. It's crazy.
In the words of my brother who's not here, who's talking about this book that he's going to start working on, you know, who hurt you? You know, as he says, you know, he says the name of his book is going to be called "Who Hurt You." So that may be, you know, some people he's going to interview, some young ladies he's going to interview, and he's going to ask, you know, who hurt you? To talk about domestic violence as well with them. But Lex, we ready, Lex? Before we get into, you know, OG, let's go in with you know, Joe Sauce, White Boy, and King Priam.
You don't wanna see my black ass, black gloves, black mask, black ones, black pants. Lick your ass right fast. Like that. Black fuzz, chrome, or that black jet. In the kitchen, watch me bring that white back. Nigga, it get like that. Real thugs, real G's, real bloods. And my essays, yeah, I got some real plugs. Nigga, get it like that. Brick squad, I can't let you hold no. Won't get your life back, you get this whole sauce, nigga. Bet you niggas probably on papers. Bitch, I don't know yo, you probably was a hater. If we ain't pull no leaks, dog, or we ain't split no paper, you ain't my brother, fuck a assalamu alaikum. These fake niggas everywhere, I don't see how y'all made it. Bet you one thing, this as far as y'all hoes take it. I'm stressed, where's my medicine? I might as well go on and take it. Lean cups and blunts, nigga, y'all ain't hitting Nathan. Don't come around, you a clown, you should paint your faces. Wipe the smirk off, cause ain't shit round here to play with. You niggas rap city, you can find me in the basement. Shit, we get them gone, you trying to find out where the base went. It's right here, bitch, I'ma stack it while y'all waste it. Shit, I'm so close to my million I can taste it. A black tee, Robins, and some Gucci's with no laces. Got my black bat, and I use it, bitch, don't wanna see the black ass, black gloves, black mask, black niggas, black pants. Lick your ass right fast. Nigga, it is like that. Black fuzz, chrome, or that black jet. In the kitchen, watch me bring that white back. Nigga, it get like that. Real thugs, real G's, real bloods. And my essays, yeah, I got some real plugs. Nigga, get it like that. Brick squad, I can't let your brick squad nigga get your life back. You get this whole drug, nigga. It's like that. Nigga, where I'm from, it gets like that. Brown, white, and green, I'm colorful, they like that. Feds after me, I'm on the low like right now. I got these chickens toting duffels like a sky cap. And bitch, don't get this shit mistaken just cause I rap. They say the 208 that gutter, I got 5 straps. You could take me for a sucker, you gon' die fast. Look at me wrong and your whole ass gon' need an eye patch. Slick thug don't got your slick Rick, now pussy, why is that? Cause junkies trailing to my trap house like some fine ass. 2 diamond crosses case they try to cross out my ass. Bitches for keeps if you get in this. Yeah, it's like wanna see my black ass, black gloves, black mask, black ones, black pants. Lick your ass right fast. Nigga, it is like that. Black fuzz, chrome, or that black jet. In the kitchen, watch me bring that white back. Nigga, it get like that. Real thugs, real G's, real bloods, and my essays, yeah, I got them real plugs. We gon' get it like that. Brick Squad, I can't let you hold one, won't get your life back. You get this whole drum, nigga. It gets like that.
Herbs on a beat, herbs on a beat, herbs on a beat.
Shit was meant to be. God, why won't you answer me? I'm struggling, can't you see? What I'm supposed to do with living in insanity? Cause shit was meant to be. God, why won't you answer me? I'm struggling, can't you see? What I'm supposed to do with living in insanity?
So what to expect when I'm seeing nothing but death? My man's past, cause life ain't really nothing but test. Puffin' the best, so I don't succumb to stress. Belly's a leech, draining all the love from my chest. So nowadays I'm just running with fresh. Love my cousin to death, can't walk in my shoes or run in my steps. Seen it all, done it all, well I wasn't impressed. Every bad choice come with regrets. It's a package deal. Quick to anger, feeling like I have to kill. Complete stranger for acting like it's ass for real. Tell me Lord, why I have to feel like if we all hurting out here, then why I'm on the last of hill? Preaching to myself, seeing how my pastor feel. Speaking hollow words, so I keep them laughter filled. No A word on this track is real. Hard living with insanity. If I can stay on track, I will. I will.
Cause shit was meant to be. God, why won't you answer me? I'm struggling, can't you see? What I'm supposed to do with living in insanity? Cause shit was meant to be. God, why won't you answer me? I'm struggling, can't you see? What I'm supposed to do with living in insanity?
Young man, see my mother go to jail when police raids. Looking for a boost, but I don't mean a prepaid. In the booth, I release rage. Cause no child should turn bitter when he's still at such a sweet age. Tired of losing, thoughts on winning. Waiting for a blessing, thoughts on sinning. At a standstill, but the floor's still spinning. Cause the drugs that I took, hope the Lord's forgiving. At least that's what they say. Grandma saying that my ass need to pray. Moving toward the future, hope the past keep away. Cause the haters back then and still blast me today. Just pass me the K, in case a nigga gotta bust heads. And keep my eyes wide open like slut legs. Still hustling, fuck this. Cause I'm living in insanity and can't get enough bread.
These rappers when they sell you lies, I'm giving truth. Real lyricism never could die. I'm living proof. From the East Coast, I'm holding it down for New Jerusalem. From Brick City down to AC, nigga, this what I do. These rappers when they sell you lies, I'm giving truth. Real lyricism never could die. I'm living proof. From the East Coast, I'm holding it down for New Jerusalem. From Brick City down to AC, nigga, this what I do.
Had to bring that shit back. I don't think y'all ready for this one right here. Ain't ready yet. This one's that last day freestyle. Let's go. By your boy, second under none. Married to the how. Most known by Son. Jersey, what up? Let's go. Let me see if y'all ready right now. I'm about to bring it back. Son, talk to him.
These rappers when they sell you lies, I'm giving truth. Real lyricism never could die. I'm living proof. From the East Coast, I'm holding it down for New Jerusalem. From Brick City down to AC, nigga, this what I do. Never been the type to spit some weak bars for the dollar. I never dumb down, I'm too much of a scholar. I'm cut from a cloth worth more than your product. I'm known for bridging the gap like Nas and his father. I'm in the streets like Dutch guts and dirty old rubbers when the nuts up. Fiends with their cups up. Little niggas thinking that they tough till they cuffed up. Unknown bodies scuffed up from the dump truck. What? You dumb fucks, y'all don't want it when the sun's up. Your front stuck, I'm good with the grain, no thumbs up. I smell a hater even with my nose stuffed up. I ride around clean, fresh whip with the tough guts. The fuck's up, man, you rappers need practice. I teach you how to write off like filing your taxes. And what you wanna bite off, that come from spitting classics. Album after album, my catalog is drastic, I'm magic. When it come to spitting the rhyme, I'ma shine like Jay Leno on the cover of Time. Fuck this safe route, I move like Denzel through the safe house. These rappers dumb as hell like Jen thinking he can take mouse. I'm on some other shit, I wanna have a seat, I need a good chick to mother it. Grown man brother shit, always show respect so all the hate can never smother it. Until my last stage, that's word to my government, I'm out.
Whoa, it's them last days, man. KP Music Group, what up? And status prez in the building. Married to the High family, what up? Everybody else, y'all can take a seat, man. We taking this shit over. Jersey.
Mic check, mic check. Okay, everybody, welcome back to Breed of Their Own. You know, you see the man to my left, man. It ain't that hard to see. It's an OG, man. That's OG right there, a.k.a., you know, we call him OG. We don't even call him by his real name, so we'll say a.k.a. Shawn McCray. But OG, head coach of Central High School in Newark. You know, just community activist. I don't even know. He has so many different hats, but I'll let you know. OG, talk to the people, please.
All right, first I'd like to thank you for having me up here.
Hey.
You know, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we talk about you every week. I told you, every single week we talk about you. Every week.
All right, well, to start it off, I'm the head basketball coach at Newark Central High School. Also run a basketball program, Zoo Crew Basketball. We just completed our 16th year. We just completed our 14th year of the Summer League and 16th year of the actual basketball program with kids ages 5 to 18. I grew up in Newark. I'm a graduate of Central High School. You know, I'm just, you know, I'm really like into the community. You know, I love the kids. You know, anything that can make a kid smile and get them to get on the right direction. You know, that's what motivates me to, like, you know, save these children, because, you know, a lot of them are falling by the wayside and there's nobody there to like catch them. So once they fall and hit the ground, it's like hard for them to get up, and nobody not really reaching out to them to help them, you know, get up off the ground. So that's where I fall in at, and I've actually been doing that for a long time. You know, I don't have the years in like the school system and like different entities like a lot of people have, but I actually got 29 years in dealing with youth in the city of Newark. You know, I was 16 years old and I had my first basketball team, and every team I've coached, we've been competitive. Like we've been very good as we've gotten, you know, after the program has gotten a little better.
But I mean, let me tell you how he's down, almost downplaying it a bit, you know, because we were on. Well, I'm saying we, me and my brother, and even one of the guys that was here last week. You know, we were, me and my brother was like one of the original members when they really got into the Zoo Crew, when he actually was starting to get it with the organized act. Actually, we was one of the original members, the alumni of it, and he brought, you know, guys that we probably would have never had a chance to play organized ball before then. And he really brought a whole bunch of us. We started off with just the block where we all lived at, which he lived at as well. And he just expanded all across Newark, and we really got to know, you know, people from the other side that we wouldn't have known. We would have stayed in our little section in the south side of Newark, and you know, played around in the basketball courts and the playgrounds and went to school, and that basically be it. But he brought us to the other side, and brought the other side to us, and we really, you know, formed in a brotherhood. It's basically a brotherhood and as well as sisterhood, because we have young ladies that's, you know, part of the Zoo Crew youth program as well, and it really just Lex, something came out.
We all are.
Like something just unplugged. Testing? No, it went back out.
Came
I heard something for a second,
out.
yeah. Test. Oh, did it again. On and off. On and off, yeah. Testing. Oh, went off again. Testing. You can hear us? It's okay. Sorry for the technical difficulty. My man, Lex over there, man. A-Rad Lex, man. The best engineer around. Ask about him. You know. And we got, you know, Guap's been out of retirement for a minute, too, man. Guap been back over here with us. I see him over there, too. But, you know, as I was saying, he really brought, you know, the different sections of Newark and, you know, the young men who probably, I mean, a lot of them, you know, the brothers around my age group that was with us, they probably wouldn't have really had a chance to do much of anything but maybe go to jail or to the grave. And literally, like, you know, we joke about it a lot, and we say, you know, there's a lot of, say, you know, drug All-Americans, but, you know, these guys really had no other choices. And he gave us, you know, a positive choice to where to go at, and took us across the country. Like, it was, literally, I went almost a good bit of, you know, the East Coast because of, you know, him and other programs that I was a part of, and that was all through, you know, sports. And, you know, we laugh about it to this day of our, you know, we had it harder than the kids that he has now. Like, we really had to work for going away to these tournaments. We had to sell the candies on the block. We had to go to he put us out on, some people at by the Star Ledger to sell M&Ms. The other ones on McCarter Highway, and we grinded like selling, you know, M&Ms $1 a pack, trying to sell boxes. He said, listen, you need to sell 6 boxes to go to this tournament, and if you did that, you know, you're good and have a little, you know, you want to go over, make a little pocket money. And then it got to the point where all of us came together and we grinded so hard that, let's say if one of our other teammates or friends came up short, we say, oh gee, listen, if we only had to sell 6 boxes and I sold 12, give the extra boxes to him so he can come with us. We need him. And that really, you know, that showed the change in how we, you know, how we were as young men, that we were willing to give up, you know, as it counted as money for us, for our brother to come on with us. You know, really, because we needed him. And that's what, like I said, he's downplaying it. You know, he's modest about it, but it really affected a lot of us. Because now, if you can go anywhere in Newark and somewhere outside of Newark, and it's almost like, in, you know, any sports, and you talk about it, people know exactly who you're talking about. They're gonna say that's OG. You know, the Zuku boys is everywhere. It's thousands of us, all over, from young to old. And once you hear that Zoo clap, it's just like electric. Whether it's basketball, whether it's even football, anything, when you see each other, because even, like, you know, see some of the kids. I seen a kid yesterday. I ain't seen this since he was little, but he said, you know, what's zooing? Like, what's zooing, bro? And I'm like, you know, I haven't seen this kid since he was little, but we still have that love and respect, and just knowing, you know, if you in it for life. We in it, you know, we in Zuku, we say Zuku for life. And it's always, no matter how old I get, no matter, you know, the different age groups, it's always going to be Zuku for life. So, yeah, I mean, OG, man. Let's talk about the summer league. I haven't even got a chance to make it over there. You know, since you moved inside to the gym. You know, I mean, it was right there, close to my home before, so I could easily just walk outside. But, you know, you moved it into the gym. Let's talk about why you moved in the gym, because people are asking me about it, like, why is it not outside? And, you know, I gave them, you know, little explanations. But, you know, let's talk about when I say moved it from outside at the courts on Springfield Avenue at Hank Aaron Field to Central High School, where he the coach at. So let's talk about why you even, you know, decided to move it indoors.
Well, I moved it indoors because I felt that, you know, the park was becoming unsafe. Not far as like violence, just unsafe. Like, the park was there. It's been there about over at least 20 years, and they've done nothing to the park. You know, the park is just wasting away. You know, there's no nets put up unless I put them up. You know, the people that's in charge of the park don't take care of it. So I just felt with the type of competition that we have coming out there from teams all over the state of New Jersey, and some of the top players in the country have played in the league, I felt that, you know, to keep the league like going and for it to be like stay at the level that it is, or even go a little further, I thought it was better that we moved the league inside the gym. And, you know, I reached out to, you know, some people at Central. You know, Raz Baraka is real supportive of, you know, what I do as far as with the kids. So he gave us the go ahead to go into the gym. And actually we went into the gym. We've been in the gym. We just completed the second year in the gym. We did 12 years outside. I actually miss the outside because I love the atmosphere. And, you know, it's like it's just a different vibe when you're outside. But at the end of the day, you know, being in that sun for 10 hours, 2 days, 20 hours a week, it kind of wears on you. So, you know, it's a little better for me. You know, I got more access to different things. I ain't got to carry stuff around all over the place. But we actually got more teams. We went inside, and we went from about 75 teams to 92 teams 2 years ago. And this past summer, we had 89 teams. So we do age groups from 10 and under, 12 and under, 8th grade, freshman, sophomore division, junior, senior division, girls, and we have a college division. So we actually have 7 divisions. So when I say all those teams, it's like, you know, we might have 20 teams in one division, 15 in another. So we had some real good players that's coming out of our league. Kyrie Irving played in our league when he was in the 8th grade. Kenneth Fyree, who plays for the Denver Nuggets, played in, you know, he's from Newark. He played in our league. And we just have a lot of guys. Ashton Gibbs, who was all Big East at University of Pittsburgh, played. Like, we had a lot of players that came out of our league. From West Virginia. Shawn Butler, who was at West Virginia. You know, he's trying to get his knee back right. He was picked up by the Spurs. And was at the Heat for a minute. And Miami for a minute, but, you know, he had a little knee injury in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago, and it's kind of, you know, hurting him right now. But we got, Nadira McKinnon is at St. John's, Aaliyah Hanford from Shabazz, she's on her way to St. John's. We got a girl down at Cincinnati from Shabazz. Her name is eluding me right now. But we got a lot of girls that that played in the league as well as and we got a lot of top players. A lot of my players that's came in my program. Did well in the league and the league is, it's a fair league. We don't win the league every year, and what I do is, with a lot of leagues, I don't know anybody in America that does this, but in my league, if you win the league, you get to come back for free. The team that wins the league, it's like my way of donating back to them, because it's a way to get the good teams to come back. So if you win the league, you come back, there's no entry fee, and, you're paid up for the next year, which, I don't know anyone that does that, and people say I shouldn't do it because it's like, you're giving up about $2,500 to $3,000, but sometimes it's not about the money, man. I don't do this for money, because if I did, I probably would have stopped a long time ago. So, I just do it for, I just like to see kids, even if they're not playing for me, just being happy, looking like, something's going on. I hate to see kids just gathering around doing nothing. So, the league is like, even kids that don't play in the league, they come through. There's no problems. And we were right across the street from Court Street, which is a housing authority, and we never had any problems. If they came in the park, they used to come in there with their shirts off. They might roll up a mile here and there, and if I came over to them and said something, they went outside the park, smoked the mile, put the shirts on. So, it was a mutual respect, because, even though the league is my league, it's a community league, because it's a lot of houses in the area, so it's actually their league also. It gives them something to do, instead of sitting around doing nothing all day, they could come over and hang out at the league, and they never caused any problems. So, just going inside.
You had a couple of, celebs come through too. You had you even had Jim Jones come out there occasionally whenever he just felt like it. Yeah, I know at one year you had, was that the 10th year anniversary when you had Mr. C come out there and DJ?
Yeah, Mr.
You
C.
even had,
actually, that was about 3 years ago. Mr. C came out. That's when Tropical Fantasy was trying to promote their drink.
Yeah, be sponsors,
they sponsored the couple of the games. They put up banners. They bought T-shirts for my teams, which we had about 8 to 9 teams. They sponsored all the T-shirts. Mr. C came out for the championship, and he did his thing, and it was a good look for the league. And it's just it's crazy how other people support it, and people in the city don't support it. And when I say that, I'm talking about like Rise Barack is a councilman, but he's at Central. He supports, he was supporting before he was a councilman. But the guys like, the mayor, Cory Booker, he go on TV talking all this and that.
Yeah, he's at the DNC.
He's never even stepped foot in the Summer League, and he was the Central Ward councilman for 4 years, and the league has been there outside for 12 years. So he was there when we were running the league outside. He never came to the league as a mayor. He never came to the league. So, it's like, the politicians in Newark, like, Donald Payne Jr. actually did help us out. But anybody else that came through in the last 12 years, other than Sharp James, who was a big supporter of the league, and, he's not the mayor anymore, but, but the other guys that's sitting down there, they're not actually supporting the league. And it's a real good league. If you got 89 teams, 90 teams, you can average.
Commendable. Definitely commendable.
Thank you. But you can average 10 to 15 kids on a team, and you're talking about 1,000 to 1,200 kids that's coming into Newark, and just playing in the league, and then you go home and read the news, watch the news, and people got killed, and we never had that problem. And we had people from the suburbs come down with their lawn chairs.
I was just thinking that in my head.
Just sit out there.
I was thinking that they just hang out there
in the middle of the Central Ward where the riots kicked off at 40, 50 years ago, and they comfortable, and it's great to see that. That means that something's being done right.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
for nobody to really put support into it, it bothers me sometimes. But again, sometimes people don't want to help you with the resources they have, so I just do what I do, and it gets done. We don't make a lot of money off the league, and it's just something to keep the kids occupied, man. That's all. I ain't really big. I don't like really dealing with adults anyway, because they don't do nothing but lie to you.
Yeah.
And when you lie to the kids see right through you. They know who's telling the truth and who's lying.
See, what bothers me about things like that, like for instance your league and everything, and I'm sure It's great. I've never, been a witness, but when it's people that put their all into doing something positive, like it's not a lot of positive things going on out here. It's not like when we were like 13, well, when I was 13, or my sister was younger, when they had the programs to send kids to work, or you know what I'm saying.
Right.
They don't have any of that. It seems like people are they're more in tune with building, these condos. Let's get these people instead of fixing up the parks and fixing up so people can have somewhere to go, so these kids can have an outlet to be kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't spend time and energy fixing up things like that, or when somebody is doing something positive, they don't put the energy into that to make it better, knowing that that's all they need. They don't really need much. You give these kids a outlet, a recreation center, they good. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad. So it's definitely commendable. I wanted to ask if you just take people from Newark or Essex County, or are you open to like other
well,
counties as well?
My actual program, that's just the summer league. We got a bunch of entities under the Zoo Crew youth program.
Okay.
But I actually run my own program that we do all year round. We're doing registration now. We start in September and we end in mid-August. And then we take like a month off, and then we go back like with kids. Right now we're doing kids kindergarten through 8th grade. We do high school starting in March. Okay. So we go all year round. We take kids from, as long as their parent can get them to practice, we don't care where they're from.
So that's good.
We actually have a
you
website.
Kids from PA. Come down.
Yeah,
but because people, they don't have, like, even in Jersey City, I'm from Jersey City, a lot of people used to go to the Boys and Girls Club. Now, Boys and Girls Club for a week, just for the summer course, like, I don't have no kids, but before I know they wasn't paying this money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they was providing T-shirts, all types of stuff. It was camps in like every school, every public school. Right. Now you can't even get a kid into camp, and they wonder why. Oh, people out in the streets doing this and doing that. But what are you doing as community leaders, as people in charge, to like, eliminate this violence or eliminate whatever? Like, kids just want to be kids. They don't have avenues or outlets to be young. That's why people haven't, not just with the babies, but other things. But that's why they're into a lot of adult things or a lot of other things that they have no business, because these people are, embracing them. Right. Wrong people with the wrong things, but they're being embraced. So it's like this is all that they know. So, I definitely commend you on that. We need more positive people like you, because like you said, it's not about the money.
Right.
It's definitely not about the money.
I mean, it would help.
I'm sure, but it's something that you enjoy doing, and the kids, they can see that in you. They know you're a good dude. That's great.
And we talking about Jersey City. I know some time back, I don't know how long ago it's ago, you mentioned that Jersey City Recreation, was it Jersey City Recreation that reached out to you about doing a league or something over here? How did that go?
Actually, it was Jerry Walker.
We need you, Team Walker. Yeah,
Jerry Walker and Luther Wright, who who I'm real good friends with. They had reached out to me to run a league in Jersey City. They only wanted 6 teams, which was, I could do that sleeping. They needed 6 teams.
Hey, you got to call them. I think I know that now.
They wanted me to make the schedule, and actually.
Yeah. Okay, turn it on, Lex. Lex, got to call Lex. You hear me? It's on. I breathe it around. Who's calling? You there? Oh, they hung up. Yeah, I guess so.
Did they?
Yeah, it's not on. There it is again. Why is it? I breathe it around. Why is it not showing up? What's going on?
Well, we got a caller calling in. We're trying to get them right.
Yeah. Keep calling.
Keep calling.
So we get it straight.
Yeah, I know who it is. That's I know that number.
But you were saying that they reached out to you for 6 teams.
Yeah.
Right. They reached out to me to do a league for 6 teams. I didn't have to be there. They were going to provide me with the staff. Unfortunately, every time we tried to do it on a Friday, they only wanted to do it on Fridays or Saturday mornings. But when I did do the schedule, it kind of rained. They didn't have a rain site. So after a couple of weeks, it was getting deeper into the summer. They really couldn't get it off the ground because they didn't have a rain site. But they're going to try to start it a little earlier, and I told them to reach out to me a little earlier, and we can get something going. Because I just had a league with 89 teams.
They definitely need it.
Yeah,
They used to do a big thing at Baby Ruckus Park over here. I don't even think they had it this summer. The summer league basketball. I don't know if you ever heard, but Team Walker, I think, was a big huge part of that.
I played in both of the leagues over here. That was Jerry Walker and Terry the Hare.
Yeah, Terry.
I played in both of the leagues over here when I was younger.
But they still got the Hamilton Park League. It's really like high school teams. They still run that league. That league is pretty good. It's actually been running just about as long as my league, but he just do high school. He doesn't do the younger kids. But just to get back to the support of my league, there's reasons why I don't get the support that I should get from city officials because, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but Zoo Crew is like, it's big in Newark. Like, we laid down a little history back in the day as far as, like, we were like guys that grew up together. I'm from Hayes Home Projects, and we moved over on Chadwick. And back in '91, we actually started the name Zoo Crew. Actually, one of my friends, Andre, came up with the name. Police was calling black men at that time animals. So they were throwing parties and stuff like that. So they said, let's come up with a name, and they came up with Zoo Crew, and we started getting shirts printed up, and we had a real good following as far as people in Newark.
I'm sure.
Buying shirts. People did what they did. People got arrested in '97. It was a big drug raid, but the raid came from a lady got killed on Clinton Avenue, and a couple of guys that was involved with Zoo Crew actually saw the shooting. The police officer killed the lady. And then we started protesting, walking downtown City Hall, so that kind of opened up a can of worms because, everybody wasn't legal. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, they say they was investigating, but the investigation started from the actual shooting of Strawberry, Danette Daniels.
Yeah, I remember that.
They locked people up. My best friend, he's actually just came home last year. He did 13 years. So Zoo Crew got a little bad name, but we did a lot of positive things. We used to throw block parties every summer, and these block parties used to be huge.
Yeah, they don't even get block parties over here in Jersey City. Seriously, they don't even.
A breed of their own. What's going on?
We're getting calls in, but we got a little technical.
Yeah, we're trying to see
with the phone. So keep calling. Don't let them hear you. Just keep calling.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons we don't get the support we deserve because
yeah, we're gonna have to. He said he got to do something. Lex got to do something powerful. So you know what? That's a good time. We'll take a quick break. Let them work on that because I know y'all want to call. Y'all want to talk to OG. So we're gonna take a quick break. Okay, Lex. Let's go in. Who we got up next? Is it Currency Committee, Steadily, and Omega Live? Let's get in and go with them.
Currency Committee.
Hey, bro, you see her? They shouted bad as a motherfucker, bro. Hey, girl, come here, girl. Hey, you ain't got hair like that nigga shouted. Hey, shouted bad. Hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that in back to me and bend over and touch the toe. They shouted bad. Hey, go on, let me watch your booty do it. Make it clap in one position, cause I know that booty loose. Hey, shouted bad. Hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that in back to me and bend over and touch the toe. They shouted bad. Hey, go on, let me watch your booty do it. Make it clap in one position, cause I know that booty loose. Hey, shouted bad. Face ass in the titties. Fucking out with Guala, I'ma get it, hold a business. Rubber band bankroll, throw 'em to the ceiling. Double bad dope boy, bitch, we in the building. She be freaking me, she wanna fuck with me. She got the Tyson on that mind and fell in love with me. Hold up, made the city shout it, I'ma have a bring her over. Taking out my ice in the club, getting colder. She coming out of stone, cause I'm trying to bend her over. My whole team, I break the bands out, I'm never sober. Took us on that purple, she on that Robert Dozier. Hands front and center, put that pussy on exposure. Granted, trapping, always money mandate. Falling off and playing the rose and on them tip the fannies. Play a club fetish on my name, that bitch damn it. Beat a pussy out of drawers, fuck up her land. Hey, shout it bang, hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that in back to me and bend over and touch the toe. Then shout it bang, hey, go on, let me watch your booty do it. Make it clap in one position, cause I know that booty loose. Hey, shout it bang, hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that in back to me and bend over and touch the toe. Then shout it bang, hey, go on, let that money on her. She got me hurricane. Then she twerk it for me like the twerk team. Then she twerk it for me like the twerk team. Then she twerk it for me like the twerk team. Currency committee, and the money's in the building. Shining upside down, on the pole, from the ceiling. Now I'm in love with your body. Oh yeah, I bear you the hottest. I'll show you a couple of dollars. Oh yeah, go buy you some products. Oh yeah, bring it back. Only got one thing on my mind. We don't get it just like that. Yeah, I wanna beat that thing up like Foreman and do it one more time in the morning.
Hey, shout it, babe. Hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that head back to me and bend over and touch the toe. That shout it, babe. Hey, go on, let me watch your booty do it. Make that clap in one position, cause I know that booty loose. Hey, shout it, babe. Hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that head back to me and bend over and touch the toe. That shout it, babe. Hey, go on, let me watch your booty do it. Make that clap in one position, cause I know that booty loose.
Policy, drop it, pop it low for me. When I hit the club in the VIP, shawty let me see you roll for me. I'm a real nigga, no, you can't get no dough for me. You know I like to do it fast, but you can do it slow for me. Bow, bow, I know this what you came for. Posey, girl you know I hang low. Show me how that thing so, juicy like a mango. Pop that pot and go, then I might let you taste the rainbow. Lucky charm, baby, you can get the milk. You pretty than the picture and your body super built, but I'ma make it sloppy. I'm stacking up, choppy, and hurry up, I gotta catch a plane to Abu Dhabi.
Hey, shout it, babe. Hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that head back to me and bend over and touch the toe. That shout it, babe. Hey, go on, let me watch your booty do it. Make that clap in one position, cause I know that booty loose. Hey, shout it, babe. Hey, let me see you drop it to the floor. Throw that head back to me and bend over and touch the toe. That shout it, babe. Hey, go on, let me watch your booty do it. Make it clap in one position, cause I know that booty loose. Shout it, bad.
My bank account connected to an everlasting jackpot. I be on the MacBook, yo shit just a laptop. Louboutin carry on down the ear padlock. A Tindy say that that's a cold case. Madlock. You wanna talk fashion? Boy, I got this. I be more fly than the guy in the cockpit. First class zooted, there's no need to breathalyze. Cause Ace of Spade got this strange effect on my breath and eyes. Advanced aviation, you are not super fly. Stedman is the king like that damn Martin Luther guy. Phil Knight couldn't take a walk in my shoes. I'm hopping on and off of yachts, time ready to cruise. We in the Mile High Club, open water field, party in the sky, and we get it started here. Big boss shit that you can't afford to hear. That's why the diamonds in my ears look like porcelain veneer. Gucci on check, Louboutin check, tool on deck in case a sucker won't wreck. Sucker nigga know we fresh, sucker nigga know we fresh. Ritz key check, Benny Hanna check, buying out the bar, got cash, no checks. Bartender say we fresh, bitch finna know we fresh. Gucci on check, Louboutin check, tool on deck in case a sucker won't wreck. Sucker nigga know we fresh, sucker nigga know we fresh. Ritz key check, Benny Hanna check, buying out the bar, got cash, no checks. Bartender say we fresh, bitch finna know we fresh. My bank account connected to an everlasting jackpot. I be on the MacBook, yo shit just a laptop. Louboutin carry on down the ear padlock. A Tindy say that that's a cold case. Madlock. You wanna talk fashion? Boy, I got this. I be more fly than the guy in the cockpit. First class zooted, there's no need to breathalyze. Cause Ace of Spade got this strange effect on my breath and eyes. Advanced aviation, you are not super fly. Stedman is the king like that damn Martin Luther guy. Phil Knight couldn't take a walk in my shoes. I'm hopping on and off of yachts, time ready to cruise. We in the Mile High Club, open water field, party in the sky, and we get it started here. Big boss shit that you can't afford to hear. That's why the diamonds in my ears look like porcelain veneer. Gucci on check, Louboutin check, tool on deck in case a sucker won't wreck. Sucker nigga know we fresh, sucker nigga know we fresh. Ritz key check, Benny Hanna check, buying out the bar, got cash, no checks. Bartender say we fresh, bitch finna know we fresh. Gucci on check, Louboutin check, tool on deck in case a sucker won't wreck. Suck a nigga, know we fresh. Suck a nigga, know we fresh. Ritz key check, Benny Hanna check. Buying out the bar, got cash, no checks. Bartender say we fresh. Bitch finna know we fresh. We fresh. My bank account can
really think that we should go out and just have some fun. I really think that we should go out and have some fun. I really think that you're so sexy. I really think that we should go out and have some fun. I really think that you need to chill out and go have some fun. It's a beautiful day. Oh, we could fly out to Cali, clubbing in Vegas, Atlantic City, baby. We could be having so much fun. And I think that you're so sexy. I really think that, really think you a cutie, really think you a beautiful girl. I really think that you need to chill out and go have some fun. I really think that you look sexy in that pretty dress. I really think that you need to fall back and go have some fun. Don't be stressed, just put on your pretty dress, baby. Oh, have some fun. I really think that. I really think that. Really think you look sexy. Really think you a cute little bitch. I could ride to the airport and get on the private jet. Let's get a ride to the airport. I really think that you need to chill out and go have some fun. I really think that we should go out and have some fun. I really think that we should go out and have some fun.
Did you pull a cord? What happened to the headset? What's going on there?
You alright?
This ain't the right one. Let me try this.
Excuse me.
Alright, we back live.
Shout out to OG.
Taking over.
Yeah, right. Breathe their own, man. OG, like, yeah, we back now. Let's get back to work. So, OG, man, where we left off at? Where we at? You was talking about, the funding and.
Yeah, I wanna, anybody out there that wanna register their kids or they got any friends out there that, I mean, we all know people that got kids, but we have a website, www.zoocrewbasketball.com. You can go on there, go onto our site. We got a lot of different things up there. You can check it out. You can register your child online. My phone number's up there, and
What's the age group?
The age group is right now we're taking K through 8, probably 5 to 13. Well, kindergarten through 8th grade. So some 8th graders are 14, but if they're in 8th grade, we'll take them. So you can check out our website. Actually, if you don't have any kids, you can actually donate on our website. And I always say no donation is too small. I mean, if you only could give up $2, $3, then that's what you got. You know what I mean? And the website is secure. It's through PayPal. So nobody gonna steal your information. But you know, we accept donations and we're accepting kids right now. So if you know, we always need some help. If you can help us out, you know, just do so or pass the word along, and we can work together and make some things happen. Because you know, it's been 16 years. We saved a lot of kids' lives, and we've lost a lot of kids. I'm not gonna sit here and say the program is 100%. You know, 100% where everybody did what they're supposed to do. Like Elijah said in the beginning, he was on one of the first teams I ever formed, and a lot of those kids was from the neighborhood, and besides him and his brother and maybe 1 or 2 other kids, out of those about 15 kids, about 12 of them have been in the system. And if all of them not gangbanging, I mean, I could be wrong. Probably all 12 of them are in Bloods and Crips right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, they still give me the same love, and I haven't lost any love for them because that's the life they chose. You know, if they ever decide they want to get up out of it, you know, I'm still here to help them out. And I still give them advice, even though they're grown men now. A lot of them are like 30, 31 years old. And, you know, they doing what they feel as though they have to do to survive. And, you know, I've been in the same situation, so I know how it is out there, but it's a little rougher right now. And, you know, so, I mean, we've sent a lot of kids to college. You can go on our website. We have, you know, a lot of kids that's graduated from, we got a kid that came through our program that graduated from Harvard University.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big. And he's actually reached out to me on Facebook the other day and said, you know, want me to call him. He want to do some things. So, you know, hopefully that works out. And we have a lot of kids that are currently in college right now, you know, trying to get their education. You know, even if they're not playing, you know, you got to use basketball as a tool. Definitely. Because they're going to use you. So you need to use it to get where you need to go. And to be honest, if I didn't play basketball, I probably wouldn't have went to college myself. And, you know, I graduated from college. I mean, it was rough. You know, I had a couple of setbacks while I was in college, but, you know, I got through it and I got my degree. But, you know, it's just helping kids out here, man. A lot of these kids just need a male role model, man. Somebody that, man, a lot of them just need a hug, man, to be honest with you. Yeah. And they looking for that hug. I mean, we got guys out here that run around, you know, trying to live the rap lifestyle, ain't got $1 in their pocket, but they want to do this and do that instead of reaching out to these kids. You know, I go in clubs, you know, I might get a drink here and there, you know, nothing major.
He just started recently. Don't let him fool y'all. He used to play the bars, that shit occasionally, and to play. Now he gets, you know, at his birthday, he want to start being in clubs now. Yeah. Oh, really? That's it. He like, listen, before it was nice little, so you catch him in a small little bar, some here and there in the corner, just chilling. You know, now you might catch him in the club, almost every club, all over. What? OG, check his Facebook, man. Almost like every week he's in the club, hanging, and you know who he hanging with? Oh, there we go. Let's see what this is.
We got another caller.
Yeah. Let's see. This got a call. Let's see. It might not come through. Let's check. A breed of their own. This Elijah speaking. Who's on? Yes, sir.
Yeah, you live.
Yeah, you live, bro.
Who's speaking?
Is it? Yeah, you speaking. Yeah, you live. I mean, let's. You can provide your view on it. Provide your view on it.
And on domestic violence, how you feel about it? Mm-hmm.
That's where the confusion is at. It's like you can't say your message and you're physically strong. The only way you know how to, you know, justify your opinion or get your message across is through the physical. So sometimes that piece comes out. Because I know a lot of brothers that I grew up with, they do that, and that's the only way they can articulate their love. And then a lot of women,
Through them accepting physical. You mean through them, the women accepting physical abuse? Is what you said? You said the only reason for the women to feel loved is them to accept the physical abuse, right? Why do you think that is?
Probably because it's. You might got to talk to the mic.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Oh, she hear you through the computer now.
Okay. I said, so you said you feel like the women, they accept they're accepting of the abuse, but why do you feel that is? Why do you feel they feel like they need to accept it, or that's a sign of love or whatever for them? Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm. Yeah, that's kind of deep, honestly. I said that's deep, but it's, you know, it makes sense in a way. But it's like, how do you get away from that? How are people supposed to be educated and knowing like that's not the approach to take, or that's not love, or you know what I'm saying, that they shouldn't stand for, whether man or woman, you know. We definitely grow up in the times, or we definitely growing up in the concrete jungle, but
yeah, we gotta.
But you know, but thank you.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling.
I bet you that's my man Africa. I think calling
man,
in.
that'll be worse.
That's my man.
He crazy.
Answer that.
On the computer.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling in, bro. Let me see. Let's answer this real quick. I breeded their own. Who I have on the line?
Africa, what's up, baby? I was waiting on you to call in. You what? Hey man, I ain't mad at you, man. Africa, what's your question? Because I know you're gonna go deep. I don't know if we got enough time for you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like educating our children, traumatizing our schools, not having job for us, playing games with our lives, with our children's lives. I think these have a lot of things. I mean, a big. I'm getting feedback. I'm listening to you. I'm watching you right now, and I'm
just turn off the computer. Turn off or turn off your volume on your computer. Lower the volume on your computer.
what can we do? I mean, to push our politicians to do their job. Because really, it's in their hands to save our children and also our lives. Like someone like me that's been out of prison for like 4 years now with a college degree and can't get a job. I mean, I don't know what else to do to try to save myself. They committed crime because this is what they want us to do. So I'm gonna leave it there.
No, you know what? I feel you. I feel you, Africa, because I have a degree too, and sometimes I think that I'm not being. I want to say it right because I don't want to mislead people, but I think I'm not getting what I'm worth. I think I'm worth a lot more than what is being handed to me. You know what I mean? But and me personally, I'm starting to believe I settle too much. You know, I settle for things when I think if I raise my voice a little bit more, I think a little bit more things will happen. That's one of the reasons why, and I want you to run with me on this. That's one of the reasons why I'm going to run for Central Ward Councilman, man, because just like you fed up, I'm fed up too, man. Like, you know, and I ain't been to prison. You know what I'm saying? I might have caught a couple of cases back in the day and did a little stint in the county or whatever, but I'm like you. I'm fed up, man, and I've been doing this too long to be still like running around asking people for stuff and can you help me out and this and that. Like, it's not supposed to be like that. Millions of dollars come through our city, through the school, through the city itself, and we not touching none of that. And people that touching that money, they not doing the right things with that money, and you know that because, you know, I wish I could have my league and have it for free. But I can't do that because officials are not going to work for free. You know what I'm saying? The trophy place not going to donate the trophy, so I have to charge. And when I see brothers like you running around in your car that hold 3 or 4 people, and you got 9 kids in there, man, you know that bothers me. But I feel your pain because I used to do the same thing, man. I used to have a bus 16 passengers, and I got 25 kids in there, knowing if something happened, like I'm really going to get in trouble. But what I'm gonna do? This is what I got to do to get these kids from one location to another, because nobody is extending their hand to help out. And I know you come across people that say, Africa, I'm going to help you out, I'm going to help you out, and then they don't even show up. So, you know, it doesn't stop what you're doing, and I don't want you to get frustrated because we got to come together as people that's doing stuff, and we got to hold these people accountable, or we got to find people that can do the same job they doing, and we got to get these jokers out of here, man. This our city, and we got other people coming in our city making money, and we here every day not making nothing, man. And I'm just getting tired. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? And I see, and it's not people that work. I see how you work, even though you only been doing it for 4 years. But I watch you. I sit back and watch people. I might not say much, but I analyze stuff, man. You need to be working in recreation because you got people in recreation that's just sitting there. They ain't doing nothing. And it's sad. And they getting a check. And you're not getting a check, but you still running around with other people's kids. I know you feeding them because I've done it. So I know when you eat, they eat. And it's crazy. And we just gotta we got to go down there and meet with these people, and they got to stop getting up, walking away when we got something to say, man. We got to make these people sit there and listen to what we got to say because they're not listening to us, and I really believe they want our kids to fail, man. I really believe that deep down in my heart, they want these kids to fail.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo, I just wanted to say this before I get off. Don't quit. Don't give up what you're doing.
That's right.
Never.
Because somebody like you.
That's right.
Now that I'm doing what I'm doing, if y'all didn't do this, like we wouldn't be doing it. Like, I wouldn't be doing it. So I'm telling like just hold on and keep doing it. And I get on parole in May. Whenever the elections come, you're gonna be able to vote. You got my vote, baby. Like,
that's
Right.
Just hold on, keep doing it.
No, I'm hope.
You affecting people like me. That's why I do what I do, because of somebody like you.
No,
that's what it's about.
I understand that, Africa, but we gotta do the right thing, man. We gotta get these people out of here, man. They killing our city, man. I know you see it, I see it. You know what I'm saying? Other people see it, but some people don't say nothing. But we got to get these dudes out of here, man. I appreciate you calling in, and I love when you speak, man. And I be feeling you, but you know you get a little reckless, and you know it's hard to calm Africa down. But I be feeling you, man. I really do be feeling your pain, man.
We'll just say you're passionate. He's passionate.
Yeah,
you know, I've seen him as well. I've seen him go in Essex County College one time. I've seen him, you know, passionate about what he's doing.
Right. And we got to get help, man. And like you said, what we gonna do? We got, hey, man, we might have to go there. You might have to get another parole, man. We might have to go down there and slap up a couple of people, man. To be honest with you, man.
You know what? To get the news crews.
Thanks for calling in, bruh.
You know, in an effective way, and I think like people don't get out and not, you know, in the sense of protesting.
Did they hang up yet?
No.
He ain't even hang up yet. All right, there we go.
And not in the sense of protesting, but to get out there and show what you need or whatever. Call these news stations. They just waiting for a breaking story just to get out. You know what I'm saying? The politicians ain't gonna act up or walk away when they on the news,
Man,
because they got to show face. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I'm starting to believe that they all tied in together, man.
Oh yeah.
Because the media run out here for a bad story.
Yeah.
They pick the worst person off the corner to interview. Like, you can't tell me that and just watching different news channels, I don't get nobody no publicity, but just watching different news channels, when a crime occurs, they talk to the worst person out there. You can't tell me all our people are not intelligent. Like, you pulling off the worst. I don't care if you're in Brooklyn, Manhattan, Newark, East Orange, just like they pull off the worst person. And that's the image they project of us. And if we don't know, if we don't live in those communities, we think all those people are like that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So I'm starting to believe the media, the politicians, everybody is in cahoots, because when it's a good story, they won't come out. They don't want to talk about it. And it's sad.
Like you said, that it's like designed for people to fail.
It
But
is.
we need people like you.
We
need a lot more
people.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got my support. So whenever I hear whatever, I will definitely come out there and show love, because we need that. And it's easy to get discouraged, but you know what?
I never
Keep
get discouraged.
working,
Never
and
get
it's going to happen. God willing.
Every day I wake up, if like we used to go on trips. I mean, Twin could tell you, we used to go on trips, and you know, the hotel, the van, like, to get down there, the entry fee into the tournament, like, you know, some people think this stuff is free, man. This stuff not free. Like, it costs money to go to these places.
Yeah.
So if a weekend trip with 15 kids might cost $2,500 to $3,000. I mean, I woke up on some Fridays and we about to leave, and we $1,200 short, and we made a way. We still went on the trip. We got there. We might have had to sleep 5 in the room. I mean, it got done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always keep pushing, because I'll never let, like, somebody, if I go to somebody and say, look, I need your help, and they say no, I'm going to find another way to do it. And like I started my program in 96. It's 2012, and the program is still going on. Unfortunately, we don't get the resources that we should get, but we do get, like, you know, people parents that believe in me, that bring their kids to me, and then you still get some parents that don't believe, and they'll bring them to check it out and take them somewhere else that'll charge them $400 or $500, where though I'm charging you $30 a month, and you'll go pay $400 to somebody else, and if your kid can't play, he's not even playing, but you'll still pay him that money. We take kids that can't even play and work with them, and once they realize, okay, this is not what I want to do, then they take themselves out of the program. We've never cut a kid unless it's a high school, because it's a different, you know, it's a different type of element when you play in high school. But kids K through 8, we don't cut. If you can't play, we work with you. A lot of people don't do that. They take the best kids and they'll send your kid back home. No, we can't use him right now. We take anybody if they want to play. You know, so that's the type of thing we do, and we build with our kids, and we become competitive, and we win. And like when Twin played, I don't think it was a league in Newark that we lost for like 5 years straight.
We was defensive minded, bro. We was locking. I mean, we started that Zoo Crew defense.
And then we come up with a clap, and now everybody got a clap. I go get a yellow bus. Other people got yellow buses. Like, we trendsetters. Even from Zoo Crew before the basketball, we've always been trendsetters, and people followed what we did. And it's a good thing. You know, I've never been arrogant about anything I do. I'm a real humble guy.
Very humble.
You know, and I don't even say much. You know, I just watch people, and you know, I'm good at reading people, and I know when people, you know, playing games, and I know when people really sincere about what they're doing. So I'm just like, you know, Africa said, don't give up. I never give up, you know, because this is what I do, and I just love, like I said, I love to see kids happy and smiling and being involved and stuff. Kids that don't even play for me, we got a handshake that we do.
Yeah.
We was doing it before the Bloods and the Crips even came to Newark. So we got a little handshake, and kids be like, what's that? I said, well, that's our basketball handshake. I got half the kids in Central that never even played for Zoo Crew doing the handshake. So now I just say it's a Central Zoo Crew handshake. Like, you know what I mean? It's just to let people know I'm connected with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people want to be involved. You know what I'm saying?
They want to be affiliated.
Yeah,
it's
kids
definitely
see me and they speak to me. I don't even know them, and I'm like, hey, what's up? They be like, oh, you know, I have a conversation with them, and I don't even know them. You know what I mean?
It's the same way.
It got to be other people out there that want these kids to. There's other people out there, but they, you know, if it ain't no money involved,
I'm about to say that.
Ain't doing it.
Yeah, they wrapped in.
And like I said, if I was doing it for the money, I probably would have stopped a long time ago. Because there's money that can be made in it, but that's not why I do it. You know, I do it to, you know, the fee we charge. If you go to any programs in the area of maybe Essex County, I'm sure that 5 to 10 times more than what we charge. You know what I'm saying? So we know where we live. We're in a community, an urban community that a lot of people don't have resources and finances. So we try to. We can't let you in for free because it just won't work. You know, we got to charge something. And the little we charge, you know, some people still try not to pay, but you know, it is what it is. But I mean, I'm glad you gave me an opportunity to come up here.
Hey man, we still going. We're gonna take a quick break so you can work on the phone line. So we can definitely need to get this together.
Yeah,
hey Lex, can you we ready to we're gonna take another little musical break. Yeah. You know, we got with Omega Live and Dre the King. Yeah, and Omega Live and Dre the King. We're going with them while we try to work on these phone lines. I forgot. Look, I mean, from the email, that's why I just sent them all over. But we're gonna.
Really think that we should go out and just have some fun. Really think that we should go out and have some fun. I really think that you're so sexy. I really think that we should go out and have some fun. Really think that you need to chill out and go have some fun. It's a beautiful day. Oh, we could fly out to Cali, clubbing in Vegas, Atlantic City, baby. We could be having so much fun. And I think that you're so sexy. I really think that, really think you a cutie, really think you a beautiful girl. I really think that you need to chill out and go have some fun. I really think that you look sexy in that pretty dress. I really think that you need to fall back and go have some fun. Don't be stressed, just put on your pretty dress, baby. Oh, have some fun. I really think that. I really think that. Really think you look sexy. Really think you a cute little bitch. I ride to the airport and get on the private jet. Let's get a ride to the airport. I really think that you need to chill out and go have some fun. Really think that we should go out and have some fun. Really think that we should go out and
Nothing's difficult. Everything's a challenge. Through adversity to the stars. From the last plane to the last bullet to the last minute to the last man, we fight. 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 We fight.
I came to fight. I'm going harder. All about my money, get my daughter. If it ain't about that, please don't bother. My God, oh Father, my heart is cold. I want the deal, but can I keep my soul? Can I let them grow? Continue living free. These niggas green, Statue of Liberty. How the shit I smoke, call it that super weed. Man, we go so hard, my team, and never gave up on their dreams. Ain't tell the niggas it's me. Ain't got a job but keep fiends. Pullin' big cash in my jeans. Putting on love to my teams. Tell them I said that only money comes for head back, I mean. All about my dream. Up grinding hard while you asleep. Pop off, gone and I'm key. These niggas lame and I'm me. Ask who the heart of these streets. Pitch black and swamp tea. Tell me how it should be. Please, you blind as me. You ain't got the eyes to see, so I ain't got the time to play.
Yeah, they going hard, I'm going harder. Better watch your mouth, boy, bullets will scar ya. I'ma fight so hard, and my goons will bomb ya. Mess around, I pull that too loud. Boy, you's a goner, smoke like a sauna, cause got me feeling right. Why hate on me? Homie, just live your life, cause I'm far from perfect. Hit the block and I work it. Junkies don't deserve this. Hard work that served them, but I gotta get this money. Family is hungry, I fight to survive. Waiting on this racist government. Know them crackers crooked. They even ban my cousin. They gave him 45. Still he ain't tell him nothing. He took his time and mugged them. Still there like it ain't budge him. Gave him a murder sentence. He ain't even bugged them. Them crackers ban me niggas. And what's the reason? Nothing. I know they racist still, so I'm like motherfucker.
What the hell? I see you. My red tail, please don't step on it. Might F around and turn me to a Super Saiyan. A trunk swag, a mind like Piccolo. Tell me, show me something again, boy, that I don't really know. Mango Kush, I always go. Swag on the mill from head to toe. That's hard for the way like the Carter 4 pins black go hard. Now you know you want it, I got it. Just meet me in the back, you know I got them sayings popping. Wherever we at, you shooting, yes, we bustin' bad. Let me correct this shit. Swamp boy up in this bitch. And I got my vibe in the goonie, that up north shit. You trying to eat, or you trying to be? Gotta pick one nigga, cause you can't do both when in these streets. Swamp break it off, never been up flow. Now get money first, let that bullshit wait. You can peep out the swag, bitch, yeah, I'm straight. Now get it out the mud, so you never late. I'm on time, these colors never fading. We get the money's green, that's how we affiliate.
Get your head up, son. You're fighter pilots.
We have a right to fight for our country, the same as every other American. We will not go away.
Pitch black, you bastard. This is a PDK. Okay, Ace up cool. Let's go. Let's go. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Sorry, trying to be my only. Sorry, bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Sorry, trying to be my only. Sorry, bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Trying to be my only one. Look, baby girl, my game is unique. I get all up in your head. is out the face and the sheets. Ain't no shame in my game. Ice is straight freak. Yeah, licking for an hour, look like rain on the sheets. Yeah, Superman. Call me minister. Never cheated on your man before. Now I bet you will. Cause it's ice and like Will Smith. I'm a young fresh prince. Caught you staring at my dick through my fresh outfit. See me in the club with the homies and we go dick. No chains on, but I shine brighter than a fucking bitch. Giving pounds of ooze, who yelling out so woo. Swag so cool, make you wanna fuck this young dude. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Just trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Just trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. Just trying to be my only one.
Swag on high, breathing out fire like I drag on lie. Dag, I'm fly, rags on my back, make your shorty wanna gag on my cock. Cause I'm hot, nigga, I think I done fucked with every girl in the world. Got more pussy than diamonds and pearls. Still the same savage, not your lame average. Hit your baby mama, give your baby brain damage. I ain't trying to gain status, even though the sky's clear. I'ma make it rain cabbage. Blaze beds and burn sheets, give a new definition to that old word freak. Like exorcists, I turn heads, getting late night calls just for my third leg from your wifey says she needs a plumber and she needs to change her pipe. See,
the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one.
She wanna hold hands, she wanna be the nigga. She wanna roll with me, stick with me like Jigga. But I got many hoes in Fox. Like get money, boy, I got hoes on box. I got hoes in my kicks, no hoes through socks, nigga. Whenever I go, these hoes will stop like a red light. These hoes is eyeing me, and these niggas, they energy find the G. I supply what they need, a pipe in the late night. The shit that the bitch nigga cannot do right. I move like lightning, cause in that pussy my pipe game is so frightening. That dick in her mouth, she's fucking biting. So I'm like, damn bitch, I'm out for the night then. The tycoon, the typhoon, ayy. I want many, these bitches, they die soon.
Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one. Bitch, you ain't the only one that's trying to be my only one. That's trying to be my only one.
Okay. We're back with a breather. We still here. We got that was H. Cone. We just kind of threw him in there. That's called Church. I guess he's doing a little pimping. But we still here with OG, man. We still got OG here, Shawn McCray. We're gonna keep going back into. We had a little talk about some things behind the scenes. But he was getting into him running to for the Central Ward Councilman in Newark, and that's 2014 for all of you that don't know. And he already knew once he made the announcement. What was it, a couple of weeks ago? I told him I'm with it. We with it. I'm handling all his events, all the fundraisers. Once he set up the meeting for us to start putting it together, I'm not working with the South Ward Councilman or Azra Rocker for nothing. I'm just picking up experience, learning different things, so I can use it. Like in this case. So I still rock hard with Azra Rocker, and did some things with the current Central Ward Councilman. He actually sponsored us for our free back to school haircut event that we just did this past Tuesday and Wednesday. And not to really get too deep and stuff, I know they're having an event right now at Nat Turner Park when they're giving away school supplies. So, and that's between, what's that, 18th Avenue and, what's that street over there? And Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali, 18th Avenue, Nat Turner Park. So if you're in the area, you need some school supplies and different activities, definitely take advantage of that. I believe there's another event by the United Way of Exodus and West Hudson, I believe. FP Youth Choir is doing an event out there, I believe, and they're giving away some school supplies. So, and there's another event on September 17th at District 89 in Newark, which is on Market Street between Washington and University Avenue. That's going to be doing free haircuts. So there's some great community free events for you to go take advantage, take your kids out there, and make it work. But right back to my man OG. We're talking about the Central Ward. You know, as you can see, he's real passionate about the kids. Like I was one of them, and I was talking to him behind the scenes. He made me really realize that all those guys that I played with when we first started, you know, in the Zucru Youth Program, majority of them, besides maybe about 3 of us, either got records and gang affiliated. So it wasn't that many of us. But the funny thing is, we joke around here and there, but at one point we used to always wonder. I mean, we as in me and my brother, OG helped a lot of let's say a lot of these kids get into good, even high school. Some weren't even high school. OG helped them get into good high schools, or even into normal high schools and get on basketball teams. And it's like, OG, like how you putting all this work in behind these dudes that's probably gonna really do nothing. But what about us? But we used to talk about this like sheesh, like you put this work in, but it really just understood that OG knew that we didn't really need the help. We had a good foundation, we had a good family foundation, and we didn't really need that that push to say, hey, I can try to get them in the schools. I'm sure OG didn't know some of these people, but he made some calls and said, hey, I got a kid, let's let me see if we get them in that school, whether it was East Side or St. Benedict's, anywhere of that nature, to try to get these kids back in school so they can continue playing organized ball throughout the year and possibly go to college. And some took advantage, other ones messed up, but at least he put that effort in there and made it work. And then he still continues to do it, because now he's at what he's doing now with the head coach of Central High School, and I'm sure with all the players that's been going through the program and his and with the system. Because he went from, before he was the head coach, you got all the different players going to different high schools. And, that means his whole talent pool were going to high schools that he wasn't even coaching at. So, he got smart and said, hey, listen, look, if you're going to be, as teenagers, you need to come to my school and play for my school. I'm not going to just keep giving, these kids all this great information and tools and really, helping us grow and develop, just to go to another school and maybe kick on his school. Say, hey, if we're going to do this, you got to come and be at my school.
But it's funny that you say that, because, like I keep saying, and I think it hinders me sometimes. I'm a real humble guy, man. And from you saying that kids going to other high schools, Shabazz, East Side, West Side, wherever they went, those coaches won state championships with my guys, man. Mm-hmm. So, to be honest with you, man, I was out here grinding and sending these guys to these different schools, and coaches benefited from that and never gave me any credit. But, like I said, I'd be behind the scenes watching stuff, and a lot of them dudes wouldn't have championships if it wasn't for me.
Yep.
And, like you just said, I started off as the JV coach, freshman, man. It's a lot of things people don't know, man.
It's a freshman coach?
The board of education, man, my first year, my paperwork didn't go through the first year. I donated a whole year of coaching the freshman and JV team at Central, man. A lot of people don't even know that. Like, I didn't even get paid. Like, that's just the passion that I had for doing it. And I never really wanted to coach high school, but Mr. Blue, who was actually the coach at the time, told me he was going to leave in a few years, and he wanted somebody to come in that he know would try, because the program was struggling for a while.
Sheesh, we got 2 callers. One is my brother,
we'll get back to
that. Yeah, let's see if we can get one of these callers. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah. All right, let's try this one. Nah.
Oh, we haven't.
Yeah. Oh, hey, like it's going back to the old ways. Like it's not even showing up on the computer when we push answer.
We got a lot of people calling in.
Yeah. And it looks like Africa again to me.
So just to, nah, that ain't him.
Yeah, none of them.
So just to get back to the Central thing, you know, I did the first year for free. I didn't get paid. You know, I didn't ask. I mean, I would have wanted to get paid, but my paperwork wasn't in. So the athletic director at the time, Mr. Coles, you know, he didn't put my name on any paperwork, and I was like a volunteer, but I coached. And you know, Mr. Blue, after a while, you know, they tried to force him out because a lot of my guys transferred to Central, and they actually wanted me to coach him. And you know, I'm not that type of dude. You know, I respect Mr. Blue to the utmost. And they gave him that 1 year. They told him he had 1 year left. And actually, we went to the state championship game, and we lost in 2006. But we lost in the state finals. And Central wasn't in the state finals for 20 years, since 1986. So, you know, I've been there. And actually, 2011. I won a state championship at Central, and that hasn't been done since 1964. So, you know, it feels good to go back to my old high school, and you know, I brought a little prestige back to the school as far as people. Central was the stepping ground. Everybody, we're going to blow Central out. So when I played at Central, it wasn't like that, and now we're not like that. We're competitive. You know, we get good players. But like he said, a lot of kids I helped go to other schools. If I would have been at Central probably 15, 20 years ago, Central would probably be a powerhouse like St. Anthony's right now, just to be honest. And I'm just being honest. I ain't being arrogant or nothing like that. And you know,
if you were there, we all probably would have been there. We all would have probably been there. I probably wouldn't have went to science. My brother probably would have went to Pass. You probably would have all been there at Central High, doing what everybody else did. Because you had players come from transfer out of these different high schools to go to Central.
I helped kids get in St. Patrick, St. Anthony, St. Benedict's, all these schools, and they won like tournament of champions with my guys starting. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean, I felt good because, you know, the kids won, but, you know, I was thinking, what if I had my own program and I wouldn't have to send kids all over the place? They could just come where I am. But
and that's why you stop. That's why you stop at 8th grade and say, you know what? In high school, you might as well become a Central Blue Devil. Like you might as well just be come to my high school, because I'm not gonna do teaching y'all all this stuff during high school, and y'all going back to y'all other schools.
I mean, it only makes sense because we going back to high school in March. We had stopped doing the high school kids because I became the coach at Central, and Malik, who helps me out, was at Science Park, and you know. We were working. We did it a year or two. We were working with kids from other high schools, and then they go back to their high schools, and then we play during the season, and they like, you know, they
going at y'all,
beating us with the stuff that we taught them. So we kind of cut the high school out for a couple of years, but we're gonna go back to it because you know, it's about the kids, man. Ain't even, you know, the coaches. A lot of these coaches don't work with their kids during the summer, but, you know, we work with them even if they don't play with us. And I never go to a kid and say transfer. If you want to leave, if you feel who's doing the best job for you, then that's what you do. I don't go out and recruit kids because I think kids start to get big-headed and they come in as freshmen. They think they're supposed to be on varsity because everybody's been talking to them, and they're not ready. Some of them are, but a lot of them are not. So I don't really go out and recruit kids. I might make a suggestion, but I'm not coming to your house taking your mother out to lunch. You're in high school. I'm not doing that.
Blue chipping it up.
That's not what it's about. You know, we sending the wrong message when we do that. Now the kid is expecting things, and I'm not giving you nothing but the knowledge that I have. That's all I can give you, and that's free. You know, I'm not giving you anything that's going to cost me. And the knowledge I give you and the direction I try to take you in, that can steer you on the right path for the rest of your life. So that's what I'm offering. I'm not offering no dinner, lunch, none of that, no sneakers. Unless you in the program already, then we could talk. You know what I mean? But other than that,
I mean, let's bring up. I mean, because you've actually doing something that I think it hasn't. I don't know if it ever has been done before, but I know you got the I don't even know what we call the games when the All-Star games. You got the All-Star games that come to Central. Has that ever been done in Newark before?
No, it's never been done. We just completed the second year of that. We had it in April. We do an All-Star game in Newark. We take all the kids from Newark public schools. I ain't gonna say Newark public schools because we had
a couple East Orange, something like that.
But we take kids from Newark schools. If a kid lives in Newark and goes to let's just say St. Patrick's, he's not allowed to play in the game because he goes to a school outside the city. It's all the kids that go to Newark high schools. And we do a game, a freshman game, a sophomore game, junior game, senior game. This year we just had the girls, and it turned out pretty good. I mean, it's never been done. Nobody's ever really put together an all-star game with freshmen, sophomores, and the kids look forward to it. You know, I reach out to the coaches and tell them to, you know, submit some names of some kids. We practice once or twice, and then we have the game.
You kill us once. Yeah. No, practice twice. You'll tell us the second day. Yeah. For all that don't know, me and my brother actually do coach in the All-Star game.
Right.
We've been there from the beginning, and OG decides to let us know the second day of practice, not the first day. You know, he'll tell us the second day, hey, you got to practice. You know, and then he has us practice with both teams, and he, you know, has us doing coaching the freshmen and the sophomores. But if all of you that don't know, me and my brother coach against each other. Every game is like a serious championship. You know, brother, we're real competitive. Yeah. The games usually always come down to the wire. No matter, I'm usually stuck with the younger age group, but we fight. We do what we got to do. And it's almost like every game the championship game. Me and my brother go against each other. And when we're together, you know, it's all strategy, and we try to just make it work and get that W up out of there.
And it's actually a fundraiser for our program. That's like one of the fundraisers that we do as far as the All-Star game. You know, we charge people to get in. We don't make the kids sell tickets. The kids don't got to do nothing but show up. We give them the shirt. We don't ask them to do nothing but show up for practice at least once to play in the game. Then you got some coaches out there, maybe some of them listening because they're on my Facebook page, that tell their kids not to play in the game, you know, like because, oh, you can't go over there and play in that game. You know, they might think that the kid might transfer or whatever, but it's not even about that. It's about, we call out college coaches.
I'm about to say that. You got college coaches that come out there and watch.
They watch the game, so your kid is getting looked at by college coaches. Like, it's not even about, I don't care if you don't play for me. It's the exposure that we try to offer the youth that's not getting exposed. And we don't ask for, give us your top player. Give us 3 or 4 players that you think should play in the game. Like, you don't have to send your number 1 player. We want him, but if you got other kids that are not as good, but they probably your best 3rd or 4th player, send them as well. Because they probably, it's coaches that look for different things. You know, I've been doing this a long time. Everybody don't look for who can score the most points. You know, some people look for who diving on the floor, who play defense, who can be a leader. Like, it's different ways you can get on a basketball team. You don't have to score the most points and get all the rebounds. There's a lot of different ways you can get on. And we also do, which the first year we did it, we just finished the second year with that. We do a Zoo Crew alumni game.
Yeah.
You know, like not Elijah and his brother Najee, people that started in '96.
We actually kind of started in '95 that summer.
Right.
That summer going, we started that summer going into my 8th grade. So that was '95 going into '96.
Right. So we do that, and you're eligible to play as long as you're out of high school. Like, so we went up to 2011. We had the game this year, but you had to be graduated last year to be eligible for the game. So we get about 70, 80 guys that used to play that come back. And what made me start it was like a lot of these guys are in gangs. I say about half probably in gangs, half are doing the right thing. So now you're getting them mixed together in a game where some of them, like Elijah graduated in
2000.
In 2000, so if he's playing in the game and the kid graduated in 2008, but he played for Zoo Crew, he probably don't know Elijah. So now we bring them back together, and everybody doing the handshake and everybody talking to each other. It's all love. So now you see this guy and he's on this side of town and you're on this side of town. Now we're somewhere and be like, oh nah, he played for Zoo Crew. That's my man. And it brings back a little, you know, it brings back some love to each other. Like something that might have jumped off, I can stop it, and this is a true story. It's funny. I had a kid. We got Zoo Crew book bags. This kid ain't nobody. He was walking through Pennington Court. He had on a burgundy book bag. We all, if you're from Newark, Pennington Court is great, Crip, whatever. He walked through with a burgundy book bag with Singles blood and all this and that. This one, it was real heavy in Newark, maybe about 8-9 years ago. He probably was about 14, 15. Never even knew what happened. He's walking through Pennington Court, going to see his aunt or somebody, and a couple of the kids was like, yo, man, he walking through here with a burgundy book bag. We're going to get him. So he had the bag. The bag says Zoo Crew basketball. It was a kid that was great. That was down there. He was like, nah, man, he played for Zoo Crew. Yo, you got to let him go. And the kid called me and was like, yo, you had a little dark-skinned kid. And it actually was Mia.
Oh, yeah?
Mia was walking.
Little Mia?
And I told Mia, I said, yo, you almost got it down Pennington Court. He's like, what you talking about? Ain't nobody. I said, yo, dude called me. You had on the book bag when you walked through there? He was like, yeah. He was like, word, they was about to do something. I said, yeah, that book bag
saved you, boy.
So that book bag saved you. It just stopped the crime. You know what I mean?
And even that alone, people should reach out because it's real. Like that's.
I told you it's a brother. Like it's a brother, sister. Like it doesn't matter. Like if you come to the games or you go anywhere, and let's say like I said, like you got little kids. If they see me doing a handshake. And they don't even know me, but all of a sudden we're family. We're all brothers. We're also like, they want to run up and do the handshake too. Or they may see us different, like see me working or doing something else, and then find out when they see me in like outside of a work environment, I'm doing something, or I'm doing a handshake, or I'm taking pictures, or I'm coaching the games. Then like, I didn't know you was. What? I'm one of the original members. Are you crazy?
Like, see, that's what it's about. Get people from different walks of life come together. Everybody got something in common.
Right.
And build together, share together.
And I could tell stories for days about these kids because some of them touched me so much that I done sat down and probably shed a tear about the situations they're going through, and I wish I could do more, but I try to do the best I can. But it's funny because Wayne just came home. And he was like, he came to me at the game. He played in the alumni game. He was so happy.
He was doing everything too. What? He almost had like when he was young. He almost had a double-double on the low.
And he's deep into this gang stuff, and we still kick it. And he came to me. He said, I was locked up boarding town, Annandale. He was like, this kid came down there named Rel. You know this kid named Rel? And I'm like, Rel? I'm like, nah. He said he played for Barringer. I said, the kid that got caught up in the carjacking in Passaic, kid was real good, got locked up his junior year. He got to do like 6-7 years, got caught up with some dudes in Passaic. And I'm like, I know Rel. He was like, he down in prison, he balling, blah, blah, blah. He was like, he said, Wayne told him, I know OG, I used to play for Zoo Crew. And then dude was like, tried to do the handshake. Now, that we weren't doing the handshake back then. Wayne was like, man, I don't know that stuff, man. He was like, you ain't played for Zoo. So he was questioning Wayne. He was like, what? You know what I'm saying? So one time, somebody else came down there, and he was like, nah, Wayne played for Zoo. You know what? They wasn't doing the handshake back then. But this kid, and that's how I say kids catch a bad break, man. This kid was real good. Point guard, probably like 6'2", and he was going into his senior year. He was up in Passaic. I mean, I can't vouch say he didn't do it, but he was with some guys, and they carjacked somebody in Passaic, and he got caught. First time ever getting locked up, they gave him 7 years. And he never did his senior year, so now he's sitting down in prison. And who knows what could have happened to him if he wouldn't have, caught that charge. But that's why I try to tell kids, that one mistake you make could be over. That could be it. Like, you think you're getting a second chance. Like, this is not a video game. You see it now. Like, I seen you posting up some of the stuff off of World Star, some of these players getting caught up. Like, even the guy that's down from Maryland, that's Seton Hall prospect, one of the best players, probably in the nation. Beat his
girlfriend. The point guard, and then other dude from Ohio that you're saying that fainted.
Right.
That fainted from beating up his girlfriend. People think, these people ain't playing.
You know what? That goes back to saying how you said, I'm not gonna buy you sneakers, I'm not gonna do this. People think that they're accustomed to a certain type of life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They got so many passes.
They think they can't be touched because of their talent. They don't have to do the right thing. They don't have to stay on the right path. And it's like, no, this is life.
But
it's not a video game.
People do that to these kids because this era, these kids don't think they got to work for nothing. Like, I
told you they got it easier. You don't understand.
They do.
We worked hard. OG let these kids nowadays. He like, the tournaments and all this, and the parents. They maybe got some parents that got a little, that maybe it'd help them out. But like I said, we was grinders. We was hustlers. We had this. If we wanted to go to a tournament, like the farthest I think in the beginning we were going was Scranton, Scranton, PA. That was like we went there. 13 teams playing with the 14-year-olds, and it was he always had us a year up. You always playing with the older group. So we 14, we playing against 15-year-olds. If we 15, we playing against 16-year-olds. So I think the farthest we went at that time was Scranton, PA. And if we had to make it to that point, you had to sell candy. You had to fundraise, and that was us daytime, nighttime, whatever. We didn't have like parents that say we could go take the candy to your job, and all your people just buy it. I'm telling you, it was just every day each of us kids look forward to. It was one guy. I don't know who he is. He was a Caucasian man. He would drive up and just say, how many you got in the box? I got 12 in there. Or I got 20. Give me the whole box, huh? Take this. And just buy the whole box. He'd be like, oh, I'm sold out for the day. And everybody wanted to catch this guy, whoever he was. He did it like almost every day that, when we were out there, whether it's cold, whether it's hot. I mean, my finger about froze. I'm like, listen, look, I look at somebody, I'm like, it's only $1.
People are watching.
We was out there fundraising, but these kids nowadays, they spoil you. Even their parents and everything. Oh, gee, we don't even got to do.
They just don't have work ethic. They don't have work ethic. They think that they're gonna just get, everything's gonna be handed to them. They don't have to work for nothing. They don't have to finish school to get anything. They don't. It's their mindset. Nobody's pushing them and letting them know, like, look, you're not gonna get nothing good is gonna come to you. Or it's not.
And I love technology. Like my man was saying off air when we was talking, I love technology, but it's killing our kids because everybody think they're supposed to have the latest gadgets. Like, I work in the school system. I know kids that get all Fs and they come in with $200 sneakers on, $100 jeans. There's no way. There's no way as a parent I'm doing that because that's just not me. Like I tell kids when I was young, McDonald's was a privilege.
Luxury. What? That
wasn't like every day. You going to McDonald's or any fast food restaurant, that was a privilege. You might have got that once a month.
That was like gourmet
every other week on payday. These kids want it every night and they get it. That's why a lot of our kids are obese. That's why they're not developing the way they should because they're not eating the proper meals. I see kids drinking quartered juices and potato chips for breakfast. Come on, that's crazy, and it's going on, and it's crazy, man. It's a lot of stuff we got to do in the community to get the community back to where it is. I mean, we like to point fingers at people, but we're causing the problems. Like, we're killing each other. Like, no,
you're right.
If it goes deeper than us just picking up a gun, shooting each other, like, because the gun is getting there some type of way, but we're actually picking the gun up, doing it, like. The drugs are getting there. We're selling it, but it's coming from somewhere else. But if we stop doing it, then how could they make them? Everything is money, man. They're making money off everything we do, and we don't even know it. African Americans spend the most money out of anybody. I don't care what you're buying. We're buying everything. We don't have a black-owned corner store in our communities. We have none of that, and we support these people, and that's not, the food that we're buying is not even, like, we getting the bottom of the barrel food. Like, I see kids buying turkey and cheese sandwiches out of the corner store, and I'm like, where you get that
processed from? Processed food. Everything's processed.
And I asked them, where you get it from? They're like, oh, the corner store. I said, how long? You know how long that meat been sitting there? Do you know? Like, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
People don't pay attention to it. As a matter of fact, this we had a back to school giveaway. I did a back to school giveaway with my church, and the little girl, we had like burgers, hot dogs, hamburgers and stuff, and this little girl just tickled me because she said, you guys don't have any fish? And I said, fish? I said, kids like hamburgers and hot dogs. But her mother, she was raised from they don't eat
red meat, stuff like that.
Red meat stuff. So you know what I'm saying? It's definitely, if it's taught, they're definitely gonna pick it up and they're gonna run with it. Because this little girl, if she eat pork or beef, she'll be sick in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So everything is definitely taught. So if they taught, if you do something wrong, you have to be disciplined. There's a discipline that comes with it. It's no discipline these days. Like you said, rocking $200 pairs of sneakers, but you got F's. It's no way.
No way.
Electronics still got that phone.
I didn't even get my first phone till I was almost going to college. I got a beeper when I was in high school. That's because of sports, because I was out so much. But the beeper still, I got to find a payphone to call. Just because I was in sports so much and I'm coming home late. I'm gonna send me a hit me in a pager or the beeper to say, okay, I'm gonna come home late tonight. But because, we got certain things instilled in us, she knew she didn't have to worry. Yeah. My granddad knew, or my grandma, my mother, everybody knew they didn't have to worry because she knew we were on the right path. We were doing what we were supposed to do. She had to worry about us getting caught up.
People sitting there tapping you know what I'm saying, waiting for a phone call. They're not
9 years old with cell phones.
Yeah, but there's
6-year-old with cell phones.
There's no communication. I coach, and I can have practice, and a kid might not show up for practice. Never call, never text, never Facebook, whatever. There's so many ways to get in contact with people. Will walk in the next day and walk right past you. Like, won't even say, Coach, I wasn't here yesterday because... And then, but I'm different. Yo, where you was at yesterday? Oh, I had to do something. All right, well, you can go do it again today. I'll see you tomorrow. You're not just going to walk in here and not talk to me, and I'm in charge. You're not in charge. I'm the adult. You're the kid. And that's just...
Well, that's a whole other subject when you got teachers that are afraid of kids. And they're kids. That's a difference.
What happened when we was outside in front of the at the book bag
Yeah.
giveaway,
Which
and
one was it
somebody
again?
just said, "Oh, they just said they beat up a teacher and
Oh
took
yeah,
his
yeah,
iPhone," right?
Because we just there's a new charter school that just started up. What was that? Legacy Academy. The old Morton Street used to be West Side Science Academy. Now it's a charter school. I forgot the grades they're going to. But one of the people that sit on the board contacted us. You know, he contacted us back when they were actually having the registration. They actually, wanted us to merge the gap between the community and the school. They just didn't want it to just be the school. They wanted us to, kind of help them increment, inside the community. So on the first day of school, he contacted us that said a teacher got punched in the face and robbed for her iPhone from a young man or something out there.
At the school?
Yeah, at the school. No. So somebody in the community. I don't know. It wasn't a student or anything like that. But the person, the particular guy, they came out there looking for stuff. I guess he was inside because what happened was I think one of the side doors was open because somebody, a maintenance man or somebody, technician was coming in there doing something in the school. So he was all from the camera. They said he was all in the technician truck trying to, find whatever he can find to, And then when the teacher came out there and said, "Hey, you can't be doing that," the guy probably looked like, "Who you talking to?" And just hit her and took her iPhone.
Oh, a lady
yeah, he hit her and took her iPhone. But which is stupid because you can't do nothing. But nowadays, once you steal them, you get them, cut them off, locked or whatever, you can't do anything with the phone.
I remember teachers used to be able to take stuff and they
in your desk.
Parents on a report card.
Or you give them where your parent come. You'll say,
That's
"Listen, I'm just gonna stay locked up in my desk till your parent come get it."
It's not like that anymore. The parents be ready to go for you. Like, you get what I'm saying? You can't even tell a child no or anything. I used to substitute at Liberty Academy in Newark. Liberty Academy.
Lady Liberty?
Second grade. Lady Liberty.
Lady Liberty, yeah.
Lady Liberty, second grade students, second graders. And I mean, the parents would come in and, you talking to them about homework. They're not even paying you attention. They're on their cell phones. Like, it's not important. You trying to tell them, like, look, your child, needs to brush up on this and that. They don't want to hear it. So it's like, that's where these kids feel like this is not important. You get what I'm saying?
And if your parents, because you think about it, imagine I've worked with kids for about half my life since I was 14, 15. 14, 15-year-olds since I was a kid working with kids and mostly out of school. So I'm like after school programs. And it's a totally different world from school. Yeah. And you got parents that are coming in that are, you got the working class poor who work. You got parents working 2-3 jobs to make ends meet. Yeah. Or you got the parents that are, addicts. And as these parents or family members coming to pick up these kids, you kind of see why these kids are going through what they're going through. They don't have any, nobody there for them at home. They have any structures. You got parents kids raising their younger siblings. And you got, other ones that were parents who are strung out on drugs. When you kind of understand, okay, now I see why they, why they act the way they do, or why they, do the things they do. Like, even when I first started working with kids, I was a young lady who was sharp, real smart, quiet. She had a younger sister, and they were living on the streets. They were homeless in elementary school, and she was about best grades and everything, and the other kids used to pick on them because of, their smell and everything. But she was still didn't let that stop her getting good grades. You got a mother and her younger sister. They're all homeless. Now, the younger sister, I seen her some years ago, who still, was having, the younger sister was having trouble in school, but the older one was good. So I'm like, was thinking about, she decided, okay, I'm going to work through this and I'm going to keep on doing what I can, school-wise, even though we don't have a place to live. Yeah. So I'm like, imagine she could have been like her younger sister, say, hey, listen, she's just wild and crazy because of their living situation.
Some people use their situation, as something that they don't want to be or they want to do better. And
like we were talking about earlier,
other people use it as a crutch to say, oh, well, I was homeless. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but when you of a certain age or you get to a certain point, you have to either you use that. It's like you never forget where you came from. You know what I'm saying? But use that as something to push you to go forward. People don't do that. They rather use it and have excuses and justifications about why they are not where they want to be. And it's like, no. You know what I'm saying? Because at some point you have to be accountable for your own actions. Like, you know what I'm saying? You be the change that you want. Make the change that you want to be. But some people don't. They just don't get it. But
what you think about? That's like, saying where we grew up at. Do you know? Now there are times, because I have family members all in that life, and you got, I grew up under all in the street life. And you got those times you wonder, like, okay, and we used to my brother just sit back and watch, just sit there and just look at the, the guys, the young ladies doing what they're doing out there in the streets. And they've had those times when I'm like, you know what, they're kind of stupid. Like I can do it better than them. They're moving kind of stupidly, for what they're doing. And then the fact of you had that thought like, hey, maybe I can make some quick money and I can do what I got to do and I'm doing smart. And we've got offered. You have the the old people out there say, listen, you know what? At any given time, this whole block can be yours. All you do is say the word. Yeah, and it really took us like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Like I don't even want to go that route. And the same thing, like even as adults, we're doing events. You got those that the guys that's on the street and everything that want to say invest. You want to invest, But I'm like, nah. We're about to work with our own money and do what we got to do. Then having you invest and bringing you a part of this, because in the long run, we may want to go into maybe go into the political realm. Yeah. And do what we can, for our city. Who knows, maybe even for our state, so we can't have some of these things hand in, yeah. You know what I mean? But we've learned from some of these things. Like we took everything. I mean, I've lived in almost every bad area of Newark. Still, I still live in a bad area, but I use that when I go speak at schools or I'm working with kids. See them like they look at me and they see me like, oh, you probably live. I play a game when I come. And I'm like, okay, guess where I'm from. They'll say like Virginia, New York. Yeah. They'll say all the different places, and I'm like, no, I'm from right here. I lived, and I tell them where I lived. They're like, what? And then I start naming, say some of the gangs around the area, and they flip like, what? What? You? What? I'm like, don't let how I look fool you or my my demeanor. I'm from the same place you scared to walk through. I can go in there.
See, that's what they need to see, because they need to see somebody who's from their environment, but they made it out. You know what I'm saying? Or they made it. They're doing other things, positive things. You know what I'm saying?
But it's funny that what you just said about the you was watching people and and you saying I can do that, like they stupid. Zoo Crew, they consider us a gang or whatever. Actually, the last issue of Don Diva, Zoo Crew is on the cover of Don Diva, but they did an article on my man Terrence Mustafa Dent, who they said was the head of the Zoo Crew. My best friend since 5 years old. We both grew up in Hayes Homes, and still my best friend. Even though we older now and we don't kick it like we used to, but that's still my man. And it's funny that you said that, because in the article that Don Diva did, the guy was saying how the gangs infiltrated Newark when the little thing happened with Zoo Crew and everybody got wiped out or whatever. Everybody thought everything was over. And he made a valid point, man. It's like when people say people get locked up, it's always somebody going to take their place. Yep. And he made a very good point, because he said that, okay, the next person, like this person, I just say Terrence was running this organization. Everything was going smooth. Nobody getting killed. The community was saved. We took care of the community. Now he goes and gets locked up. Now the next person who they say is supposed to take his place, he don't have the same mindset. His mindset is different. I'm a killer. I'm a gangster. So now he turned it into a whole nother thing. And that's the truth. Like, I never really looked at it like that when they said that somebody always there to take their place, but they mind not the same. Like, people got different minds. Like, some people know how to get money. Some people don't know how to get money, but they're in a position and they don't know what to do with it, and it becomes a whole it's already negative, but it gets worse. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. And when I read that, I was like, wow, I never looked at it like that.
Hit it right in the nose.
So, we learned that. I'm 45, man. I'm still learning, man. I like to read. I'm a big Tupac fan, man. I mean,
I see you all on Facebook posting all the Tupac songs yesterday.
Yeah, somebody questioned saying he didn't die today, he died on the 13th. I said, well, he got shot on the 7th. And to me, he was already dead, because you know what I'm saying.
He wasn't coming back.
Took him out, and we already knew he wasn't coming back. So that's I'm paying tribute on this day. You pay tribute on the 13th. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. But I'm a big Pac fan. I read a lot of his stuff, and he made a lot of sense. And it's sad that the brother was only 23, 24 years old, and this guy was way beyond his years, man. And people don't. And we listen to these rappers today. I mean, that's how you get your money, and they're not really making money like they was off the music, but that's how you get your money. But a lot of these rappers ain't talking about nothing, man. And maybe because my mind is different, I'm on another conscience level and they somewhere else, but they killing our kids, man. I'm telling you, they rapped about schoolwork. These kids
won't make any money, but you know what? A lot of them, I talk about this a lot behind the scenes, that a lot of these artists, they dumb it down to be successful. Like you got, say, 2 Chainz has a college degree. He had a 4.0 in college. He has a degree.
I like to,
but he dumbs it down because of his target audience, and the same thing. Like say Plies, hear him in an interview. He sounds intelligent. He doesn't sound like nothing how he sounds to me, but they dumb it down because of it. And he went to Virginia State. I'm sure I heard about that.
A lot of them are. I mean, they can speak, but they're not when they're given that platform, they're not using that to their advantage, because if I'm a fan of yours and you say something like, wow, you might get me to start believing like, okay, this is the way it should be.
That's because they think of the target audience.
But
guess what? But
these kids will
the ones who
target audience
but guess what? The target audience ain't even our kids. Our kids and us are not really buying the albums. It's out in Idaho.
But
it's out in West Virginia. It's out in, these places who not even our color are supporting them.
But we think it's
real. People think they're real,
It's not real.
They say all this lifestyle, they don't really live it. A lot of them don't. Some of them ain't really, really come from the hood.
I
know.
Some adults think they do because they're trying to live it.
You can look at some of the reality TV shows. Like, say, we were talking about, say, Erica Bad Girls Club. Like, this stuff has been pre-recorded, months, but some kids don't understand.
Some adults don't.
This stuff is not real. It's not happening right now. Of course she could be on TV right here and be on my radio show right here at the same time.
Right.
Because it's not, this is, they're going to show a lot of negative. They're going to show only the positive stuff.
But we allow them to do that, though. Right. If we're the voice, I can say what I want to say. You can't tell me what to say. Okay, but I'm not going to cut you this check. Then so be it then. That's just me.
But that's how they say it. They say that they're going to get, we're thinking about money. Yeah, they're thinking about how we going to eat. Like how I'm going.
But then we're part of the problem then. If that's what you're doing, then you're part of the problem. You're a voice for our community, for our kids, and you're not manning up and doing what you're supposed to do. Like if a lot of these entertainers, athletes, movie stars or whatever, if they all gave back to where they came from, it'd be a whole lot better place. A whole lot. A lot of them don't even come back.
Yeah, some do, and you'll never hear it. Some do, you'll never hear it.
Some do.
You will never hear it.
I'm talking about no.
I mean, I can't say give back, but they do some things. Let's say, all right, for instance, let's say, I don't know what. Randy Ford does some things here. Outside, he does some things. I get a lot of his emails, some of the things that they're doing, little fundraising, all like the Randy Ford Foundation.
Right.
I understand not to say all of them, but I know to say him, and that's what knowing. I played against Randy, and I even,
Twin, I could sit here and tell you two stories of two former NBA players. I'm talking peanuts, and they flaked.
Yeah.
And came to me. I'm
looking for help.
I'm going to just say, we at the Summer League. The league almost over. Anthony Avent, man, I don't care. Anthony Avent used to play in the NBA, Utah Jazz, Orlando Magic, came out of Shabazz High School. We at the Summer League. The league going, he said, who helped you run this? I said, I run this league by myself. He said, yeah, this is maybe about 6-7 years ago. Who paid for your trophies? I take it out of the league, I charge teams to get in, whatever. I'm going to pay for your trophies. Now, this is an ex-NBA player. Trophies, $1,200.
Yeah.
About $1,200 for everybody.
Oh, I know, jerseys and all that, yeah.
This cheap. This is an NBA player who getting a pension. Okay, I go order the trophies. I call them after I order them. Yo, I just ordered the trophies to build $1,200. I could have went crazy. Oh, somebody paying for it. Yo, give me that.
Yeah, could have went promoting. Yeah.
But I didn't do that because that's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I call him. Never answer the phone. Like, goddamn, he playing around.
When he reached out to you,
but he reached out to me.
Yeah.
And then now he never called back. So trophies got paid for. The league over. I'm in, what's that in Montclair? Divas?
Okay, yeah.
I'm in Divas in December of the same year.
Yeah.
That was the summer. He's 6'10". You can't miss. I walked in. I said, oh, that looked like Avent.
Yeah.
He saw me. You can't run. You 6'10". Right?
You can't.
But this is somebody who reached out to me who got access to NBA players, and we talking $1,200. I walk in, he see me, he like, yo, bro, I was out of town. I just looked at it, I said, yo, Aunt, it's good. It got paid for. And I stepped off on him. We ain't got nothing else to talk about.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this $1,200 for kids, you was a kid in this community before.
Yeah.
And you asked me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you got access to all these people. And
that can build a fundraiser.
Donuts recently, he told me he trying to do something. I was like, yeah, take my number. I ain't beat.
Yeah, that's sad.
Whatever. And this for the kids. This ain't for me.
But it's the truth.
You ain't giving me the $1,200. I got the bill right here.
Yeah.
Write me the check. I'll go give it to him.
Or you can go directly to the place. You can pay for it right then and there.
I ain't even going to talk about the other one because that's a childhood friend.
Oh,
I
man.
ain't going to put him on blast.
Oh, man.
But his wife...
I can only guess.
He was on Basketball Wives.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Man. Oh, we ain't going to talk about that. I mean, because we can't even speak. Like, you speak like, hey, what's up? And you don't even get a reply.
Dudes be
don't even get a reply.
That's why
they forget where they come from.
That's why they can't come back. When they come back, they go to the places where they
safe at.
Where they're safe at.
Where they're safe at.
They don't come to the hood because jokers be like, yo, they try to get them.
Yeah.
And that's crazy that you do that. That's why I said a lot of these guys, but they're when they get drafted. When they get drafted into these leagues, they have seminars and telling them to cut ties with your communities, the friends you got, don't bring them. I can't. This is my man.
Yeah.
Now, if he come in here acting up,
then you gotta you know, yeah, you messing up the situation, yeah.
But don't cut me off before you give me a chance. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them do that. They listen to these people and they let them control them, man. It's just me. I'm never letting anybody control me. I'm not a yes man. I don't agree with everything you believe in. We got our own opinions. We got our own views. So you got to express yours. I express mine. If we not gonna work together, then we go our separate ways.
You don't even want to get into. I mean, I ain't even gonna, because it's so many. Like, say when you know the Zoo Crew was not necessarily at its premiere, but we got, you know, our block parties was legendary. Man. You had, like, say, the stars. So you had when people would look at their peak. You got Naughty by Nature. You got Redman.
Queen Latifah.
You got Queen Latifah. You got all of them in the hood hanging with us.
You had OJ daughter, Arnell Simpson on the block, like,
and
chilling. Mike Tyson.
When that happened,
Chris Webber,
it was a blackout in the street, and OJ's daughter sitting in a limo at night with a blackout.
And you know what she said? And it's crazy. She from, I don't know where she from, California or whatever. Probably never really been in the hood. She said, I want to see somebody in a stolen car doing donuts. Don't you? Somebody went and stole a car and was doing donuts. That's what she wanted to see. Like, she's amazed. Like, this is going on every day. She never saw it. And somebody went and did it. And she was like, oh, like, she was amazed. Like, this OJ daughter on Chadwick. Like,
naive.
Queen Latifah wore a Zoo Crew jersey on Living Single. Like, we was right there. Like, we was right at the pinnacle to just, like, Wu-Tang. Like, they just bust in. But we ain't had that person that could just throw us over the top. So we kind of, you know, got caught up in the police stuff, and a lot of people just faded away. But it's still people out doing different things, you know, under the Zoo Crew name.
But you, I'm gonna be real with you. That's something that's been bothering me and been bothering us. Let's talk about the movie.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about the movie.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't watch it, and I didn't plan on it. I don't ever plan on seeing the movie.
Why not?
What movie?
The Zoo Crew movie.
Why? What's wrong with it?
From my, you know.
But you didn't watch it, so.
No. But I got all the reports from it. I mean, my family members, some of my family members. No. Let me tell you.
You watching it and somebody else watching it, you gonna get a different opinion.
I'm gonna tell you the only issue I have with it. I'm telling you my only issue I have with it. Now, my only issue is, now, one, if you want to do a, say, autobiography, biography, or something on people's lives, and if you want to do it the right way, one, you got to get permission. If you're gonna play a character, like, say, if somebody's gonna play you, OG,
right, they
got to get your permission, or your family member to say, hey, listen, is this okay? We're gonna play OG. We're going, you know, is that all right? And you're going to have somebody, you or somebody in your family say, listen, this is how I act, this is how I walk, this is how things go. That's what, you know, professionally people do. You're going to need that input. Hold on. There was no permission and no one ever asked.
To do what?
To play my uncle.
But they didn't use his name.
No, they didn't use anybody's name.
Only you know that's your uncle.
You know, OG, come on. I mean, all of us know. I mean, I know, but that's any even if you don't use a name, even if, you know, if you don't in Hollywood, they don't always use everybody's names, but they get that person's permission, and they're gonna go through and they get the input.
Not necessarily.
You know, I said no. A lot of them still. Trust me, I know. Like Rocky, like the guy, you know, the real Rocky is from over here in Bayonne, which I'm trying to get him here. Right. Chuck Webner, the person that Sylvester Stallone stole his life, is from here.
But you think they played your uncle in a bad way? From
what I'm hearing, and even to say the picking of the person that acted to be him. Right. Let's say it could have been, like, say the guy that played Red could have been my uncle, and the guy who played. It doesn't matter about the character. I'm saying just even the way they looked. If you got JD playing Red and this other guy playing Mocha, it should have been switched. Even their complexions, how they looked, it should have been switched.
You gotta watch the movie.
You know, my family members seen the things.
Personally, I believe, I thought it was gonna be some
craziness,
BS. The movie was good.
Well put together, right?
It was well put together. You had good. The people that played, whoever they played, did a great job. This is just my opinion because I know everybody in the crew. I mean, it's a movie, so
I'm like, you know,
things don't get played out the way you want. Like the dude that played me, like he was smoking cigarettes in the movie.
Of course, I mean, it has to be loosely based. It has to be loosely based. It can't be accurately, you know, but. Just the fact that not even just the, you know, the whole how they portrayed it, the fact that you never even talked, never got. Let's say why didn't it have, you know, Reg and Rube? Why won't they play it?
First
of all,
I'm
saying no.
To be serious, the original Zoo Crew members was from Hayes Homes and the projects. I mean,
you know, Howard Street, Scudder Homes, and all that. Yeah, we're from. Yeah,
the original Zoo Crew people was from. Nobody hung on Chadwick where we were at until we moved there.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't no Chadwick. We
no
all
Chadwick.
moved to the townhouses.
So the people that lived over there migrated to us. we didn't migrate to them because we were living right there.
Yeah.
They wasn't living right there. So and you can't put everybody in it.
Of course.
You can have other parts of the movie or whatever. Like I'm just, they had the right people in there from my point of view. From me watching it, I think whoever.
Oh no, it wasn't the fact that. I mean, my point. I told you that's the only issue I have is just the fact that there was nobody reached out. Let's say, hey, listen, hey, Miss Martin, you know we're gonna be doing the movie.
And we're gonna.
Is it okay? You know, our son, is that all right? No one.
Well, I can't speak.
I'm not saying you know.
Put it together.
No. I know who put it together,
but
and we all reached out to it, and that was the issue because nobody reached out. Nobody,
right.
Even like I'm telling you how I heard about it. I heard someone who's who's an actor. She reached out to me. My brother said, "Hey, listen, they're doing the movie, the Zucker movie and everything. Y'all not involved in that?" Yeah, and I'm like, "No." So guess what? My brother reached out to Do It All, reached out to Black and them. No reply. Nobody replied. Now we're not getting we ain't even gonna talk about. There was even no reply about the 24 hours a piece event that just they were rising them. That I put it all together,
right.
Organized it, promoted all that good stuff.
I saw
and I reached out to them personally. Now we all grew up. I mean, I grew up under them.
Right.
Black, MIDI. I said, I ain't had the information. So I hit them on Facebook. Hey, y'all gonna perform this and that? Because I knew.
I thought they performed.
Let me tell you.
Oh, all right.
Now I knew Tretch and Do It All was going to perform, so
right.
I knew they were coming regardless because they've been rocking with Tretch and doing all of them.
Right.
Hey, something I know they're going to perform, but to do the proper protocol, I know I'm reaching out to them. When you got all these other artists, even celebrities reaching out to me or to us to perform, I'm reaching out to them and say, listen, because I know it's our hood. This is our hood. They should perform. But if I reach out to you, if another person reach out to you, if MIDI, the consummate chief of staff, reach out to you, and you don't reply to any of us, I'm not going to take a special consideration for you. When you don't even got you not to say that they're nobodies or anything like that, but you haven't made it. When you got celebs who are reaching out to ask, can I perform? Can I get on? Right. When you're not even nobody ever replied, and then you come on the day of walking up like you just somebody, and you say, hey, let me talk to MIDI, and like, oh, here get the BS. So I'm like, and able to get on at the premiere time when we got Do It All in them and Rod Digger.
Right.
That's the issue with me, because if I'm let's say if I gave my church a hard time about switching their times of performing, this is my church. Why wouldn't I say, hey, listen, you just ain't even follow the proper protocol? Nobody. I reached out to y'all at that, and everybody reached out to y'all. And then I get some information back that you want to lie and say, hey, nobody reached out to you, when all of us in this room, we sat in a 5-hour meeting organizing this whole event when it comes to the artist and placement. And MIDI called you right then and there. You never even got back to MIDI. And I know my brother talked to you and said, hey, you can perform. There was no, but you sent me music to play on my show. Of
course.
Right.
And then and somebody else talked to you, say, hey, you can perform $20 a piece, and it's always to the side, but you're just gonna be able to walk up. Now my thing is, even if you were one, you're gonna do it, say, hey, listen, if you know you're gonna perform because you got the little way in there, why none of them ain't say, hey, we're gonna perform at the 24 hours a piece event. Make sure y'all come through. Nobody, you ain't even promote that you're performing, but you're promoting you at this bar performing. You at this performing, but here's a quality, positive event, and you supposed to be about, you're doing a little something positive, doing a little community, you're trying to do things the right way. Why you ain't say, hey, we're gonna be on here around our way? Why you ain't go to the block and say, yo, all y'all come up the hill, we're about to rock? It was your same boys that you walked with was there. I mean, not you. I'm just saying, these brothers, which bothers me.
So you learned something from that.
Oh, I already knew ahead of time.
So now you know.
All right, so I'm like,
but
my thing is,
I'm
not gonna give you special consideration, and it should be the same thing. If you're telling me, like I'm saying, maybe like, hey, E, don't be that way, E. Don't. No, it shouldn't be that way.
But a lot of people.
But that's how people are, man. People want to feel important.
Yeah.
And some people not important, but they think they are important.
And they're
I'm serious.
Like it's and I understand, like I couldn't understand that. Like, we all brother. I'm not just some stranger reaching out to you.
Right.
I grew up under y'all, brother, and I respect what y'all doing. But you haven't made it anywhere to even act this way. You're not gonna reply to me. You're not gonna reply to anybody else. And you can have a conversation. That's always gonna go on. You're gonna have even conversations where people asking you, hey, you can perform at 24 hours a piece, and you trying to just ignoring it. Oh yeah. Are you gonna send me music to perform to play on my show?
All right, but if it was 24 hours, if it was NJ Pack,
it wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't have happened. But so now you know what the level of thinking is. 24 hour piece.
No, they wouldn't have performed.
But I'm just saying, we gonna do 24 hours a piece, and then somebody called from NJ Pack. I'm going down NJ at 24 hours a piece. It's
Yeah,
what they
yeah,
thinking. I'm belittling that because it's not that serious. But NJ Pack is going to be all these people down there.
Yeah.
But just the type of thing. If you conscious, if that's what you say you are, you should be at the 24 hours a piece. And NJ Pack, them people don't care about nothing.
Because I'm like, these guys basically got basically a free platform for exposure and promote yourself. Because here it is, you perform to say, hey, come to my video shoot tomorrow. Bring it, everybody come out here, come to my video shoot. Like, we just basically gave them a free platform to promote themselves and perform, but they didn't do anything. They didn't even say come up the street. You ain't go to the block and say, hey, we about to rock.
It's not that serious.
It's not. You can't be.
But that that's the issues I have. I'm like, oh, yo, ain't nobody.
And it's gonna happen.
And with the movie thing, you know who put the movie together.
I know that.
All right, but
like, and like, you know,
but you even know, the type of person that he is. He always been like, I ain't got to talk to nobody. That's just how he is, and you know how.
And that's just really, but you want the support, and you wanna constantly ask for support. You wanna do that in X, Y, Z.
That's what we do. We gotta
but you ain't,
support.
but you're not really doing anything else. You're not saying, hey, look, I want to do this, or you want to, you want to badmouth the people. At one hand, you want to ask for support. Next minute, you want to talk about people. Like, how does that actually work out? Make a look at all the posts,
but you know what?
And just see.
Somebody I've been dealing with, they always, I peep what they say. She always say, you got to know who you dealing with. Like when something happened, and you be like, you got to know who you dealing with.
Yeah.
That's it. And that sticks in my mind every time she say that. I'll be like, wow, you got to know who you dealing with. Like, you got to know. If you don't know who you dealing with, then anything can happen.
Anything.
And you open yourself up to different things, and you be like, yo, why you do that? Yo, you got to know who you dealing with.
That's it.
So it's either you take it or you don't. And that's just how it is. And I know we don't got much time left. I'm actually doing a book, autobiography of myself. People think it's a Zoo Crew book, so people from Zoo Crew like, yo, you should do it like this. No, this is not a Zoo Crew book.
Because this is Shawn McCray.
This is me.
This is OG.
This just leads up. That's going to be in it, but
so that was only a chapter of your life.
That
was only just a certain chapter of your life.
Only a certain chapter.
Yeah,
so, they trying to tell me, yo, do it this way. Nah, you ain't going to. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. It's my story. You know what I mean? I got a story to tell, and I think it should be told.
And you should tell it.
In 2014, Central Ward.
Yeah,
we good.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can win it. I'm from the Central.
I mean, we here. I mean, you got us.
Yeah.
Like, we deep in there.
Yeah.
We heavy in the Central Ward. So, definitely. I mean, tell them how to email, how to get at you, how they can donate, all of that.
Yeah, again, you can donate on our website, or you can register your child. Grades grades kindergarten through 8th grade. Our website is www.zoocrewbasketball.com. We got a lot of different things up there. You can check it out. It's usually updated at least every day or every other day. You can email me at og2007@yahoo.com. All that information is actually on the site. Anything you need to get, it's a bio of me up there, of people that work with the program that's coaching. All that stuff is on our website, so you can go to our site. I'm also on Facebook, but you're not going to be able to friend request me because I'm at the max.
Man, I don't want to talk about Facebook did me dirty. I'm over at 4,000 and something friends, but they got me over 5,000, man. They did me dirty. Well, I guess because of those subscribers, they did me dirty.
I'm a Facebook head, man. I go on Facebook. I like to throw topics out there to see what people's minds at. I like messing with people.
You got your Freestyle Friday, too.
Yeah, I got my freestyle. I ain't
Friday.
do a freestyle yesterday, but I got my Freestyle Friday up there every morning. I put something up there. Why you ain't ask me to perform at the 24 hours a piece?
I thought you might want to come speak. No, I thought you might want to come speak or something, But
I could have spit something.
No, I thought you might want to come speak or something, But I'm like, OG probably busy. I know you know the information. I know he's what's going on.
Yeah,
I'm like, OG
I was
probably
on
busy.
3rd Street getting shot at.
You were at the tournament?
Yeah.
On the 24th? I heard. I heard.
That was that Tuesday though. I was at the semifinals that Friday.
I was
having that, but I was on 3rd Street on that Tuesday, ducking bullets. But,
I thought that happened. I thought they only had it on Fridays though.
That was the semifinals, and the championship was going to be that Friday.
We were just talking about that the other day
too. So they never had the championship.
We were just talking about that. Matter of fact, it might have been yesterday. We was talking about that. Randy basically backed up out of that. Like, yo, that's crazy.
Because his name on it. Anytime two people get shot in the park. A park that's not that big, a block long, maybe half
basically
a block
brand
long,
new,
with 5 police officers in there.
Right there,
something ain't right.
It was a lot. I mean, it was majority. It was the age group there, 21 and under.
Yeah,
I went there one time.
No, it is.
It was 21 and under.
But I like basketball.
They were all just sauced up, looking like zombies.
Everybody.
All of them high.
Yeah.
They're just, girls included. Everybody.
I like the league. It's a good league.
Yeah.
They got good talent over there, but it's nothing. All it is a club. It's a club with a basketball game going on. They got the music at full blast while the game going on. People drinking, getting high. Police in the park. And it's allowed. So that's why these kids believe they can do what they want. Because if you rolling up a blunt and the police right there and I don't smack the mess out you or take it from you, then this is acceptable.
Yeah, yeah.
So what you want me to do? So I mean, it's the times we live in, but they got to change. Because if it don't change, man, it's gonna be rough, man.